what's up everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Resident Roleplay. This is a show where a group of friends and I get together and play homebrewed tabletop RPG set in the world of Resident Evil. I'm your host and GM, Raphael, and welcome back everybody.
Hi.
So, Lauren is not currently with us, although he will be shortly. In the meantime, we're just going to be starting up because, and overall we're starting a lot earlier today, because a couple of our players, Doc and Mel, have to get going a little bit earlier than usual. So we want to try and make, start as early as we can so we can get through as much as we can, before your built-in time limit comes up. So, with that being said, are you guys...
Doesn't it make that cool, like, ticking time, like, noise?
No, I don't have a countdown clock or anything, but that'd be cool.
Well, rip.
Well, in any event, hope you guys are doing well. Let me get myself situated here, and
doing as well as I can be.
I could be better.
Yeah, Lisa's a bit sick, so well, you're gonna have to be dealing with that for this session, but nonetheless.
Don't mind me.
We ready to get going then?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
As ready as we'll ever be, I guess.
Yeah. So, previously on Resident Roleplay, your party received a pair of important missions from the FBC. After completing one, you set out to Chicago to begin the planning phase of the other, which involved infiltrating Umbrella USA's HQ in order to steal incriminating data. After a day and a half of planning and scouting, you initiated your infiltration during a security shift change in the early morning hours. Bringing along your CIA associate, Mr. Fox, you swiftly knocked out the few guards that you encountered, and afterwards you made your way into the basement, which you discovered contains a bustling BOW laboratory. With the aid of Mr. Fox, you convinced the researchers that you were sent for a surprise security inspection, and then with a natural 20 deception, managed to borrow enough clearance to enter the server room. And while interfacing with Umbrella servers, you took the opportunity to research a great many topics of interest while downloading as much data as you could. But shortly after the download completed, an alarm began ringing as you heard several explosions and a cacophony of gunfire echoing throughout the halls. And that is where we left off.
Can I just say yay us? Oh.
No, you may not.
You just hear that from Archaea in the back. Yay us.
So, with that being said, that's where we left off. You guys are currently in the server room, and you hear this alarm just ringing, going, Lights are flashing red around you, and you hear a voice over the intercom repeating, "Intruder alert! Intruder alert!" And that eventually dies down, but you hear the muffled sound of gunfire also dying down outside.
Uh-huh.
Well, wasn't expecting this to happen, but then again, at least it wasn't us that tipped the alarm.
Good for us, I guess.
Well, you can think that way. I mean, it is good for us, but then it's also bad.
Now, I'm trying to remember what the positioning was. Somebody was standing, I think, outside the door, or...
That was Fox.
No, I think that was Mr. Fox. Yeah, Mr. Fox is currently outside, just outside the door, and you could look through the little glass slit in the door and see him on the other side there, and he's kind of like now just like hugging the wall, looking back at the door, and kind of going out to the corner and looking around the corner.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, with this happening, I suppose it's time for us to make an exit, or maybe we can see if we can find another way around. That isn't, well, where we came from.
Yeah.
But then again, I need that. You know what? And she's gonna go over to the door.
All right, going over to the door.
Yep. She's gonna look through. Fox, what's happening out there?
Are you kind of peeking out the door?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Fox turns back to you, and he holds an index finger up to his mouth, and he's just like, shh. And you see him peer back around the corner.
That's the best. Okay, Archaea is going to try to stealth up to Dr. Fox, or Mr. Fox, or whatever his name is.
Okay.
Fox.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, please tell me it was good.
Okay. 11. So you start sneaking out the door and up to the corner where he's at. You could see he's kind of looking around the corner, and if you were to peer around the corner a little bit yourself, you would see what looks to be a USS operative standing over a man wearing kind of a formal suit with a ski mask over his head. And you see the bodies of two similarly garbed men lying on the ground nearby. And the USS agent kind of towers over this man with an MP5 in hand and just says, "Who hired you?" And you see the man in the suit on the ground. He's just like, "Who do you think? The Feliciano's been looking for a bigger score." "Yeah, you should have known better." "Yeah, don't be so cocky. Who made sure word of this job hit the streets? That old armored friend of yours is bound to come knocking as soon as he picks up the scent of made men from our camp." Then you hear like a loud as the glass centers of the doors that are on the laboratory doors just shatter, and you see a couple of like plant-like creatures slithering out of the opening. And the USS operative looks over there momentarily, and while he's looking away, the man that he's interrogating on the ground pulls out a trigger device and clicks it. You hear another explosion coming from a nearby room, and with that, the lights go out around you, and for a moment, everything is dark. And then, after that moment passes, like stark red lights start shooting on around you as the emergency power kicks in, and once those kick back on, you could see the man on the ground just sort of like crawling away. And the USS operative sees him now under the red lights. He's just like, "You shouldn't have done that," and just puts a bullet through his head at point blank range. Then you see him start. He grabs a radio by his shoulder and starts speaking into it. Archaea, you're the only one at the corner right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or besides Fox, but go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh God. Okay, hold on 1 second. My brain is screwed up. Perception. Oh, please be good. 12.
Okay, not terrible. Yeah, he gets a little distant as he starts walking, away from you, and he's kind of facing towards the threat right now, which are these plant-like creatures coming out of the labs. Yeah. But you can kind of get the gist of what he's saying. He's just like, "Silver Wolves, come in. Erntal is on the money. The Felicianos attempted a heist. We got them, but they sabotaged our labs and tipped off the beast. I repeat, the beast is incoming, over." And he kind of lets go of his radio and readies his weapon.
With that information, but basically what happened was Archaea heard Silver Wolf and the Beast, and that was it.
Yeah, basically.
Looking back at Katara, and she's like, "Katara."
And
she's walking back towards her now.
Yeah, but with your stealth check from earlier, as you kind of look back and start to call for Katara, the USS operative kind of shoots around. He's just like, starts looking towards your guys' corner. He catches a glimpse of you before you retreat around the corner. And he's just like, hey, who's over there?
Now I don't know whether to just come out and be like, hey, it's me, hands up, or if I should run and go into a dead end. Sure, why not? She's gonna come out, no weapons in her hands up, just like, my name is Arkea Sampson. I am no threat to you. And
just kind of like waves you down. He's just like, hey, we're in lockdown. Get into the safe room.
Yes.
Are there any other employees, survivors around here?
So we're all behind her around the corner.
Yeah,
Same place
I'm assuming.
we were when we started.
Yeah, just outside of the server room, if you like.
What have you done?
All right. So so what's the exact situation here? There's only one USS guard. He killed somebody, and
yeah, he interrogated and killed a man around the corner in front of Arkea.
Was the person that he killed Umbrella, or
he doesn't seem to be.
Someone so he killed one of the intruders, and he's USS.
Yes.
Okay, so Emil's got his all of his weaponry out. No, but
so if you're still around the corner, yeah, you can hear this happening.
As a question, real quick, so with the emergency lights on, is it like light enough for people to see, or is it still dim, or is it dim light?
I would say it's probably considered dim light. But still, so it's enough for everybody to have visibility, but it's a little bit more difficult just because it's emergency power and everything's just coded in red.
Okay, because I was gonna go through and with dim light, I was gonna go through and have Katara give everybody something.
Okay.
She was gonna go through, and because it's dim light and she can see fine in it, and she knows that the other one's kind of meh, she's gonna give everybody dark vision.
Oh.
Okay, so you're casting dark vision on everybody.
Cool.
Yep, and it's just a chem fluid, so I'm gonna cast it on everybody who's all there. It's Arkea, Emil, Chauncey, and Fox. So that's 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 4 chem fluid coming out.
And Mr. Fox, as you're like approaching him, now I'm trying to remember what the specifics of that one were, because there are 2 dark vision casts. So
they do. So this one, there's no craft DC or like.
Okay, yeah. So this was the feature one.
This is just the feature. Everybody gets dark vision out to 60 feet for 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes of dark vision to everybody. As you approach Mr. Fox with it, he's just like, what's that for?
It's dim light. If you can't necessarily see, it's going to help you see. And then when it gets very dark, you'll be able to decently see.
Yeah, I've done enough sneaking around in my time. My eyes are pretty adjusted to the dark. I don't know if I'll need it.
Huh. All right.
So that'll save you chem fluid.
All right. Yep. So that's fine.
Yeah, because agents actually get a natural dark vision.
Okay, cool. So
it's not as good as the Evolved's natural dark vision, but he does have some better visibility than everybody else.
Right. All right. Yep. So yeah, that's what she's gonna do to help everybody out with that.
All right. So the rest of you have dark vision for 10 minutes.
Oh no.
Okay. So where are we at right now with this guard? USS agent.
Last you heard, Arkea just went around the corner and he's asking her some questions, and told her to get into the safe room.
Speaking of that, I'm going to have a conversation with this guy.
While she's doing that,
go back.
the only one that he can the only one who's out right now and invisible is Arkea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, come here. Fox, you're a VIP. We're escorting you.
All right, sounds good to me.
And Emil is going to like put his hand like on her shoulder or something and have his rifle out, and he's going to go out around the corner and just start like guiding him around and being
beautiful
escorty.
Yeah, and the USS guard seems to see all those of you who are coming around the corner, and it's just like, hey, if your employee's here, we're in lockdown. Get to the safe room. And he kind of looks back and sees the plant starting to get closer across the hall, and it's just like, you know what, never mind, if you have a gun, help me out with this. And it's just like starts to take aim at all the plant-like BOWs coming around the corner. In fact, to get you guys a little bit better of a visual, let me just switch you over to the map right now.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if it's just me, but you're cutting in and out a tad.
Oh, am I?
Is it?
I think it's just me, so I'm gonna restart Discord really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, because like
Everything sounds good to me.
Yeah, you dropped like, it's not like laggy or anything where like it catches up, but you just cut out for a little bit, and I can hear you in the other room, so I know.
Yeah.
Saying stuff. So I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, so you guys are up here in the upper left-hand corner. This blue room is the server room. And so...
Oh, okay, cool. So let me drag
I
out.
almost messed that up.
Yeah, so get your minis out.
Is Archaea, like, up further than everybody else? Because she's, like...
Yeah, so you're kind of out in the open. Emil's out, I guess, now as well with Mr.
Emil would have
Fox.
moved to, like, here. I imagine... I thought, like, Archaea would have been, like, all up.
Oh, yeah, wait, like, I guess all the way up there. Because, yeah, she was walking towards him with her hands up, so...
Yeah, and actually, Mr. Fox... And see, I don't have a particular mini for him, so let me just drag out... Have anybody in a suit? Yeah.
Yeah, suit dude.
Suit dude.
Just random suit dude.
Okay, there's already one of these on the field. I'll just use that for him for now.
Okay.
Since that's the best represent. Yeah. Yeah, so you look like you're escorting Mr. Fox, and you see below you, or rather in front of you, but below you on the map, this USS agent over on this side, facing the laboratories, and out of the labs, you see a couple of these things crawling through the kind of open, shattered glass at the center of the doors. So, at this point, I think, for the sake of order here,
Okay.
let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
I don't like this. Not in the least bit, actually.
Actually, this works out in our favor.
Does it though?
Yeah, it does.
Awesome.
Great job.
So far.
I mean,
oh.
What was all these 11s, man?
I mean, I'm meant to be in the back. So.
It's true.
Sure.
Can you like intentionally just take a lower?
Yeah, like
it's like, all right, I'll go last.
Just hide.
Could you do that though? If you roll high enough initiative, be like, I just want to go last.
I mean, that's an excellent question. I mean, I suppose.
Like I've heard some people will say like during surprise rounds or like other rounds you can decide your initiative if you're like doing something like that. Yeah. But
our group is so in tune that we probably could be like, okay, this is the firing order.
I mean, that is true.
Rolls. And then that rolls against whatever the enemies are.
And then roll just like one under.
Yeah, exactly what it would be.
I mean, this looks pretty good to me.
So, what are your guys' initiative really quick?
Emil 18.
Archaea 12.
Chauncey 18.
Katara 3.
All right. So Chauncey and Emil, you two are sharing 18. Who do you want to go first?
You choose, Emil. You rolled natural.
You go first. I'll go after you.
Okay.
All right. And Katara was 3. All right. So, top of the round, Fox is actually going first. So he's going to, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and move up to about where, I suppose, up to about where Archaea is and stand side by side with her. He's drawing a handgun from its holster, the same one you saw him knock out a few guards with earlier. And he's looking at the back of this USS operative's head contemplatively.
Oh.
But he's actually he's gonna hold his action. And wait to see if the plants come any closer. And if they do, and he has a clear shot, he's gonna go ahead and take it. So that's going to be his turn. Next up, Chauncey.
I'm gonna move, but I'm gonna switch because I did say I had the shotgun at the ready. I'm gonna switch to the assault rifle.
All right. Can Emil say like seeing Fox, you know, like aim and then like
Yeah.
Can he say like Fox, I got it. Emil, get to the armory. Or Emil, Chauncey, get to the armory.
Okay.
Wait, why is this going in like 0.6s and stuff?
What's that?
Oh, with
Like
the
yeah, because it's like half, huh?
That's weird.
yeah, that is weird.
Do you have snap? You have snap to center?
Oh, there we go. I got it to fix.
Okay.
All right.
So, I'm gonna kind of sneak around the corner here. Does that work?
Okay. Actually, quick point of order. It actually does not work.
Doesn't?
Because I'm in the way.
No, because particularly, hold on, let me. You stop at the door, and when you try the handle, it doesn't open.
Oh.
Okay.
These
that
are
might work.
electronically locked, and the power is out.
I thought you said back on with the generators.
Emergency power is on enough to get lights on, but like higher functions like the keycard doors and whatnot seem to be offline.
Okay. And then that's the end of my turn.
All right.
You can attack the door.
I'm not gonna attack the door. I'm locked in here. I'm cool with that.
Okay. Good
All
point.
right. Emil, you're up.
All right, so Emil is going to, let me just make sure I can activate this. Crap, never mind. I cannot.
Oh.
I must have used the rest of my tranquilizers. Yeah, I used the rest of my tranquilizers.
Yeah, you used all your tranks on to knock out the guards.
Damn. Okay, never mind. Emil, having known that, didn't say what he said.
Oh.
Because I was gonna walk up to this guy because he's currently friendly. I was just gonna trank him, just be like walk up to him. It's like don't worry, dude, I got you. But that's not gonna work anymore. So yeah, he's just gonna fire from here.
Okay. And who you're firing at?
I'm firing at the closest plant.
Okay. So this one up at the front?
Yeah, I'm gonna move there. And I'm going to use my Glock. I'm gonna pull my handgun out and start using that.
Good to know. So that's 50 feet. Is that within your effective range?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
50 is the Glock. Or Glock is 50, I should say. It's exactly 50. Wait. Yeah. Oh man, things are a bit laggy, but it should be fine. Nope, not fine. That jammed.
Not fine.
Yeah, so
that jammed. I have not cleaned this weapon in a long time. I haven't
pull
used
your
this
Glock out and just as you fire the round, it goes amiss and like the shell gets caught up in the feed.
Yep.
That's a jam.
Oh damn it! I haven't used this thing since Raccoon City. All right, so that's my turn.
Okay, so that's Emil's turn. Next up, the Ivies are going to go ahead and move closer as much as they can. So start moving up.
Cool.
And
Love it.
Okay, so the three that are out here with you guys, they are going to, you see like the kind of their bulbous head-like structures at the top of them start unfurling like petals before they start shooting out just like globules of this like purple acid-like substance. So they're going to go ahead and make spit attacks against actually the three up front. Well, first of all, actually, Mr. Fox is going to take his held action and take a shot at one of the... he's going to take a shot at this Ivy here. So, with his handgun, which hits, dealing... he fires two shots, dealing 10 points of damage to that there Ivy.
I can deal with that.
But yeah, they're gonna go ahead and take their spit attacks at the three that are currently immediately in front of them. Hold on real quick. And actually, let me check ranges. Yeah, you're all within range, but they are going to have
More long range.
yeah, disadvantage on the attack rolls. So the one up front is gonna start spitting at the USS agent, which it misses, and he just like swiftly dodges out of the way as the liquid falls harmlessly to the ground. Against Archaea with disadvantage, but misses either way with a 6. And then with disadvantage against Mr. Fox in the back. No, yeah, definitely fails. So all of those start lobbing over and don't find any purchase on you guys. So that's going to be their turn. Next up is Archaea.
All right. Let's see here. Hold on, I gotta make sure I have the right thing here. He is going to move here, and she's going to start attacking this thing in front of her.
Okay.
With her, whatever that was called, stun gun?
Yeah, her stun gun.
Yeah.
All right, roll for attack.
Let me get that really quick. Stun. Where did you go? Alright, I know what it is anyway. Maybe. Hold on. Sorry, I'm unprepared. No. Said roll, not look at. Oh.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh man.
So go ahead and roll your crit damage.
I'm just pissed off. Alright. So that's 2d8. It's 2d8. What's that? 7
Nice.
points of shock damage.
To the one up front.
Yep.
Alright. So you pull your stun gun out and just shove it into the bulbous body of this plant-like IV creature, and you see just like electrical sparks starting to fly off of the point of impact, and just like going all up and down throughout it. All right, is that going to be Archaea's turn?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, end of Archaea's turn. Next up, the USS operative is going to go ahead and sidestep here, and seeing you engaging with it, is going to go ahead and fire a full burst with his MP5 towards the one that you are fighting.
Cool.
So that's a 22, definitely hits. So he deals full burst of the weapon plus sneak attack damage.
Whoa. What?
Is going to be 18 points of damage to that one. That's a lot of ones.
That is.
So you just hear Archaea, keep this guy alive.
All right, and that is going to be his turn. So, last up is Katara. Are you doing anything in that room?
Well, seeing that, hold on, I'm on. Okay, cool. I'm unmuted. Just making sure. Seeing that Chauncey wasn't able to get through the door, she wants to see if there's anything in the room that could potentially help get them through, regardless of being electronically locked.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
Oh.
Ha! Nope.
It's hard to tell. It's just a lot of electronic equipment just blending together, lots of wires and servers and things like that.
Okay, I thought that would have been a technology check. It wouldn't have made a difference, but oh yeah, that's all she's doing then. I mean, she's fine in here.
Yeah. All right, top of the round. Back to Mr. Fox. He is actually again kind of staying the back line, but staying close with Archaea. He's gonna go ahead and take 2 shots at that IV that Archaea is engaging as well with his handgun.
Nice.
Which hits and deals sneak attack damage with it as well. Which would be... Oh. $26 points of piercing damage as he fires 2 shots right over your shoulder against this creature. Which, as they impact against it, you see a couple of splatters of that same sort of liquid that it spouted out before as it collapses and its writhing tentacles just go limp on the ground in front of you.
And she'll say over her shoulder, nice shot.
He's just like, yeah, thanks. And, let's see, yeah, he's going to go ahead and maintain his position, actually. So next up is Chauncey. Is there anything else you're going to be doing?
I guess I can use situational awareness to check for hidden entrances and exits.
All right, make a perception check with advantage.
Oh, goody.
Come on, Chauncey.
19.
Okay. Yeah, so you start looking around, seeing if there are alternate ways out. There doesn't really seem to be any. There are a few, like, vents and things leading into the room, but they're all pretty high up and not really big enough for any of you to fit through. It seems there's one way in and out, and that's this door in front of you. And although it's locked electronically, which seems to have gone in as the power goes out, the door does... It's one of the less sturdily built doors in this facility. So it looks like with enough force it could quite easily be broken through, but yeah, that's the only entrance or exit that you seem to surmise.
Okay, is using that, was that my action, or do I still have an action?
I'll say for the sake of this, you will say you still have an action. Normally perception checks would be an action, but since that was just a cursory glance and you didn't do anything last round, I'll say you still have an action left.
Okay, I'll kick the door.
All right, make a strength check.
17.
Okay, 17. So you start kicking at the door. It seems to shudder quite a bit, but doesn't seem to be doing too much in the way of damage. It seems like it'll take a bit more force than that, which you could try again on your next turn.
Okay. That's the end of my turn then. That's
going to be Chauncey's turn. Next up is Emil.
All right, so Emil is going to put his pistol away. He's going to move here.
Okay, is that within your 30 feet?
Yep. I should have said. I think I didn't click it twice. So. You're just gonna put it away, pull out. Wait. Yeah, I can put away and pull out a weapon, right?
Technically, you could only do that once per turn. It'll take an action to do it more than once.
Either way, I'm putting the weapon away and I'm gonna pull out my Garand.
Okay.
So if I don't have an action to attack, I'll just stay here.
All right, good to know. So next up, the Ivies are gonna go ahead and move once again. This one is gonna move up to the place that the one that went down had previously been, as it sort of slithers over its body. It's gonna go ahead and make a tentacle attack against Archaea, as the others. Yeah, the others would also be moving up here.
Oh, lovely.
And you see another Ivy start slithering out of the laboratories. It looks to... it's difficult to see from your position with all the obstruction, but there do look to be a few more underway. So yeah, they're gonna... These two at the front are gonna go ahead and make tentacle attacks against you. So against Archaea. No, that's cocked, but apparently it's a natural 20.
Apparently. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Actually, doesn't it have disadvantage, Ross?
Does it?
Because I'm in 5 feet of an ally.
Oh, that's right.
Protected.
Right, you remember your protected feature. That's good. It does have disadvantage then.
Emil just like, get down, Archaea.
Yeah, so Emil just like, just shouts out that warning and just like pushes you aside out of the way of these tentacles as they fly at you. Good call.
Nice.
But the other one is going to go ahead and use its tentacle attack against the USS agent. It's 15 to hit, which just misses. So it just like assails him with its flailing tentacles, but doesn't seem to find any grip. The one in the back, actually, yeah, it does have... It's going to go ahead and spit at Archaea up in the front. In its like manner to the others, you see this globule fly out. That's a 19 to hit. Which I'm trying to remember if protected applies to ranged attacks as well.
It says melee.
Okay, yeah, so that would hit then.
Okay.
Let me just make sure.
I'm looking up right now.
Yeah, it is only melee attacks. Yeah, so that hits with a 19. So you take 11 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh wait, I forgot. It has disadvantage from the range. I forgot about that.
Oh, thank God.
So let me go ahead and roll again. It still hits, so.
That's the one at the back attacking?
Yeah, that's this guy down here.
Oh, they have short range.
Yeah, you get the sense that they have pretty short range.
So, Constitution saving throw. Which isn't too bad. I have something in Constitution, which is good. No, not a D12. Stop that. I also have, I believe, yes, I also have,
we have proficiency bonuses at least a +3, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So is that, so bear that in mind, your total bonus. But yeah, either way, that succeeds. Yeah. So you like get splashed with this this goop, and as the poisonous fumes start to overwhelm your senses, you just shake it off and manage to maintain yourself. So that's going to be the Ivy's turn. Next up is Archaea.
Cool. So she's pissed off. And she's going to throw her stun gun into the one in front of her.
All right.
which is okay, not too bad. 15.
That hits.
Cool. So 1d8.
Plus any bonuses.
Which is strength.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't think. Oh, I got. Oh yeah. I remember now. All right, cool. I was wondering. Ooh, 7. 7 points of shock damage.
7 points of shock damage to the one directly in front of you.
Yes.
All right. So you shock that one as well and zap it with your stun gun, and it reels a bit.
Yes. And as her bonus action, she's going to encourage Emil.
Okay, how do you encourage Emil?
Hey Emil, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
All right, Emil, you've been encouraged.
So you have a something D6, yeah.
D6.
Yeah, D6 support dice to use on your turn.
All right, so that's Archaea's turn.
Yep.
Next up, the USS guy is now feeling a bit threatened at this juncture. He's going to go ahead and bonus action disengage, back up a bit, and fire a full salvo of rounds at this Ivy in front of him. So that is going to be 21 to hit, which hits, plus sneak attack damage, since all of you are pretty directly engaging with it. That is going to be 28 points of damage to that one.
That's nice.
Okay. So, he starts firing downrange with his submachine gun and lighting it up with numerous bullets. And it seems to do a pretty great deal of damage. That thing's looking to be on its last legs. So that is going to be, well, he's going to use a bit more movement to get back a bit farther. And then he's going to end his turn there. Last up is Katara.
Nope. She's just relaxing at this point.
I mean, if you want, you could give aid to Chauncey as well, which would give him advantage on ability checks or attack rolls.
I guess I can give him aid then.
Yeah, all right. So you're using the help action.
Yep. I'm just gonna aid her. So I guess I'm just gonna move her up next to, or move her like right up here then.
All right.
And just be like, I'm gonna try and help you.
Point where I need to kick.
Oh no.
All right.
The doors are weakest here, here, and here.
Yep, that's what's happening.
All right. So Katara's over there giving some pointers to Chauncey. Back up to the top of the round, Mr. Fox is going to move. Or rather, he's going to take his turn, that is. But he's actually just going to pretty much stay right there and start firing over Emil's shoulder towards the same Ivy that was last attacked. So that's an 18 to hit, also capitalizing on that sneak attack damage. Since you guys are engaging them, the one to the right of Archaea.
Okay.
So firing another 2 shots at that.
Yeah, I think this is dead.
Yeah, that thing. So.
Good thing we brought him with us.
It splatters against the opposite wall, and then it collapses into a heap of just foliage on the ground. So that is going to be yeah, that is going to be his turn, and he's just going to, well, he's gonna move actually over here and use his bonus action to disengage so he doesn't take any attacks of opportunity, and positions himself in that hall. So that's gonna be Fox's turn. Chauncey, you're up.
I'm gonna kick the door.
All right, make another strength check, this time with advantage. So you're still sitting there kicking at it. It feels to be giving a little bit, but you don't seem to be breaking all the way through.
Okay. Is it?
All right. So next up is going to be Emil.
All right, I'm going to move here.
All right.
And I'm going to attack the one directly adjacent to me with my bayonet.
Okay, so you pulled the rifle out from over your shoulder and just stick it with the bayonet.
Yep, I had the rifle out last turn. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's stabby stab.
Almost put the wrong bonus to it. Oh, 9.
Actually, I think that... Yeah, that still hits.
Oh, good. These things are like zombies. They're easy.
No, yeah. These things are... You get the sense that these things are a little bit less mobile than zombies.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna start stabbing it.
All right. Roll your damage.
Yep. Hippocratic Oathbreaker. Does Hippocratic Oathbreaker apply to plants?
I mean, there's a way to kill everything.
It's a plant. 9 damage.
9 points of damage to that plant in front of you.
9 piercing.
All right.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, that is all.
All right. So that's Emil. Next up, the Ivies are going to take their turns. They are going to move up as much as they can, and you see them start slithering out of the opening to the laboratories. The one directly next to you, Emil, is going to attack you with its tentacles. That's a 6 to hit, doesn't hit.
No.
And then the 3 behind it are going to start lobbing spit in your direction and Archaea's. So, let's see, the one up front. Yeah, they're all gonna have. The one up front is going to spit at you, Emil. Or the first 2 are going to spit at you, and that will actually be a straight roll, and then the one in the back is going to go for Archaea with disadvantage. That's a natural 1.
No, not even close.
So it's just like, and you'd see it just like regurgitate a bit of this poison liquid down over itself. One behind it is going to make an attack against you. It's 14.
No.
Then to Archaea. One in the very back with disadvantage. That misses either way, yeah. So, they all just start lobbing this, just like this liquid out at you, but none of it seems to make any purchase. Cool. So, that is going to be their turn. Next up is Archaea.
Alright, so call me stupid, but she's going to use her bonus action to encourage the USS operative.
Okay, how do you encourage him?
You can't die. I need to have a conversation with you.
I don't know you, but I feel strangely uplifted.
Alright, cool. So, she's then, after that, she's going to, she's going to use her stun gun once again to try and hurt this thing in front of her, I suppose.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh boy, here we go. Wow.
Oh, nope. So you just you lunge forward with your stun gun. After being shocked a couple of times, it's just wise to it and just deflects your arm out of the way with its tentacle. All right, see a bit done. Next up is going to be the USS operative. So he's gonna go ahead and keep doing what he's been doing, and take another 5 shots at the one that's attacking Archaea. So with his MP5, that's going to be a 9 to hit, which hits, plus sneak attack damage.
Man. Nice.
Is 20 points of damage to that one as he just starts firing downrange and lighting that thing up. It looks to be pretty severely hurt. That is going to be.
This guy's firing full auto with that weapon?
Yeah.
Darn.
Oh no.
Next up is last up is gonna be Katara.
Yeah. Same thing.
Still same, helping Chauncey. Yeah.
Yep.
Just trying to get out of her room.
Yeah.
It's like I'm tired of being in here.
So, back up to the top. We're coming back around to Fox, who is going to go ahead and move up a bit, just to make sure he has line of sight. Yeah, actually, he's. Oop, my bad. I'll still give it half cover against him, but he's gonna go ahead and attempt to make an attack against the one that Archaea is engaging. It hits either way.
Doesn't matter.
So yeah, it doesn't matter. So he fires a couple of shots. Thanks for the sound effects. And deals 23 points of damage to it. And so again, just like the 2 splatters of just like this plant-like exterior impact against the wall behind it as it falls forward over top of the body that it is standing over.
Nice.
So that's going to be his turn. Next up is Chauncey. You're still receiving aid from Katara.
Kicking it again.
All right, kicking it again.
Nope.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you've been here for a bit, just like kicking at it as hard as he can. But yeah, you don't seem to be making any progress on that door with just your feet. So next up is going to be Emil.
Okay. Yeah. Emil's just gonna shout back to Archaea. It's just like, help get them out of that room.
Right.
They need to get out here.
Yeah, I don't even know if Emil knows.
Oh, he can hear them going, and he's just like,
Probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Chauncey! Yeah, Emil's just gonna yell, just like, get Chauncey! I'll take care of this. And I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay. Run into the fray.
Yeah, and Emil's gonna yell back at Archaea to get Chauncey and start. There.
All right.
I'm stabbing at the one on my right first. Wait, which one of these has gotten hit? This guy has gotten hit, right?
They all look pretty fresh.
Damn. Okay. I'm hitting that one then.
The one on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is my right. Oopsies. And this is going to be
Yeah, hits.
Oh no, I can't.
What?
Wow, I'm out of fluid. I was gonna poison him.
Are you actually out of fluid?
I'm out of fluids.
That's been a long time since that happened.
It has indeed. All right, so just regular Hippocratic Oathbreaker and knife.
All right.
All right, that's 12 points of damage. Not bad.
All right, so you stab at it with your bayonet.
Yep. And I'm going to just stand here and look big.
All right. Good to know. All right. So that is going to be Emil's turn. Next up, the IVs are going to get to move. So you standing here and looking big and attacking that one next to you is going to draw all their aggro. So the two surrounding you immediately turn and start swinging their tentacles at you. That's a natural 20 on the first one.
That's fine. That's fine. I asked for this.
And a 17 on the second one.
Okay, that does not hit.
Okay, the 17 doesn't hit.
Technically.
Yeah.
And then actually, I suppose the one in the back is going to move up a bit and also attempt to tentacle attack you.
For some reason,
That's a natural one, so he fails.
No. For some reason, my character sheet said I was unarmored, so I was like, oh, why do I have 10 AC?
Oh, no.
So that's going to be... Oh, that was a natural 20, right? That hit you? So...
Yeah, the one that hit me enough for both of them.
So that's 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you get just like whoosh, whipped across the face with its vines, and as it does,
it's just slapping me.
Yeah, and as it does, the vines just sort of wrap around you and start constraining you.
Right.
You are considered grappled and restrained.
So if I'm restrained, can I not attack?
You attack at disadvantage.
Attack anyone at disadvantage?
Yeah, any attacks you make are disadvantage.
Okay.
And attacks against you are at advantage.
All right, that's fine.
So that is going to be their turn. But next up is Archaea.
RIP. I was just checking a feature that I had really quick because I wanted to be able to close the distance on the door and then kick the door, but it's not technically a hostile creature, so...
Is it though?
So, RIP. Alright. So...
It's a hostile inanimate object.
Okay. So... Alright, I'm going to... First off, I'm going to encourage Dr. Fox, or Mr. Fox. Why
Mr. Fox.
Dr.
Doctor.
Everybody's
Dr. Fox.
Mr. Fox. As I'm running by, just kind of like, hey, keep up the good work. You're doing great.
He's just like taking cover against the wall with his handgun, just like, what?
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so, wait. So, that's a bonus action. Can I use my action to get all the way to the door?
You'd have to dash.
Right. That's what I mean. Can I use the action as a...
I mean, you could always use your action to dash.
Cool. So I'm up to the door now. Just
All
kind
right.
of peering in the door going, what the crap are you guys doing in there?
So you dart all the way back to the door, using all of your movement to get there. So that's going to be your turn, Archaea. And lastly, or nextly, the USS Operative is going to start moving forward a bit.
No.
Seeing all this
Don't forget, he still has encouragement.
going down, he is still encouraged. Actually, all the people in the fight right now are encouraged.
Oh, yeah, it's true. That's true. Remember.
And it is...
I'm probably going to end up having to use it now. Coming up next.
Oh, excuse me. He is going to go ahead and fire another 5 rounds downrange, this time at the this ivy here in the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, it's Emil that has the heart. I was wondering why in the world does the Ivy have the heart?
I don't know. Yeah. Wait, what is that heart for Emil?
That's encouragement.
Oh, I see. Nice.
Just so I can remember.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, he fires and it hits, and you are within 5 feet of it still. So.
Well, I mean, is he attacking the one that's restraining me?
No.
Okay.
The
Dang.
one. Yeah. So he's gonna do sneak attack damage to it as well as his full burst. So it deals 23 points of damage to the IV to the bottom left.
Okay.
And he's going to end his turn there, which would take us back down to Katara, which I'm assuming is still helping. Help!
Everybody's just banging on this door.
I know. Now we got 3 people up here working on this door.
Just help.
I swear. Please do it this time, Chauncey.
So, I mean, by sheer numbers, it's got to work eventually, right?
I hope
So that's going to be then to Katara's turn. Next up is going to be back up to the top of the round. It's Mr. Fox's turn. He's going to run around this corner, and he's going to see Emil in dire straits, and is going to attempt to shoot at the IV that is grappling you as best he can.
I'm like trying to hit it.
No.
That's an 11, which hits. So he's gonna deal sneak attack damage to that as well, given your grappled disposition.
Given my condition.
Yeah. So that's 21 points of damage to that one. Which I guess it needs to make a strength saving throw that it has to nat 20. So let me just roll a quick d20. Which it fails, so you are ungrappled. So you can go ahead and move yourself out from under it to your previous position. As the 2 rounds just splatter a bunch of cabbage basically onto your face, but it opens up enough of an opening as its tentacles slide away for you to slip out from beneath it.
Quick question: is its blood in any way toxic or poisonous, or the stuff that's leaking out of it?
It doesn't seem to all be toxic or poisonous, no.
Okay.
Not all of its internal fluids. Alright, so that is going to be Mr. Fox's turn. Chauncey, you're up.
Kick this door again. Do I get like triple advantage now?
No, you still only have advantage.
Okay, I think we're good.
Just slowly going upwards.
Yeah, you're still kicking it. You're kicking it harder than you've ever kicked it before, but it just still doesn't seem to be given.
Oh my god!
I kick it at a different angle. Maybe it'll kick open. Like if I shove it, like kick the door handle, something. I don't even know what this door looks like. I'm just kicking it.
That is just this solid door with like this glass slit in it. So yeah, you've been trying all sorts of different methods, which has gotten you to this higher roll, but it does not seem to be giving way still.
Okay.
So that's gonna be Chauncey's turn. Emil, you're up next.
Okay. I actually don't think there's anything else I really can do. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack the one that just got. I know they both got pretty big hit.
Yeah, 2 of them got snuck attacked.
Snuck attack. I'm trying to remember which one got
attack.
Hit. Sneaked attack. They both look like they're pretty evenly.
They both look pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack the one that's furthest down the hall to my right.
Okay, so the one that was grappling you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's personal now.
Personal.
14 hits.
That hits. Actually, I don't think I can fail. Unless I crit natural 1.
Natural 1 can always fail.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, to use my encouragement on. Because the encouragement only can go towards checks and attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Just throw that on the edge of my damage real quick. Alright, Hippocratic Oathbreaker. That's a 14 damage.
Alright, and that was against the one grappling you, correct?
Yes, that was the one directed to my right.
Gotcha. So that was with your bayonet, you just cut across it once again, cutting off one of its loose tendrils as you see it flop to the ground below you.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Still up.
All right.
But it still looks quite beaten.
Can I just like kick it? Well, that's my turn if can't do anything else.
All right. So next up, the Ivies are going to take their turn. This one's actually going to crawl forward. You can take an attack of opportunity against it if you want.
I will.
Speaking of kicking.
yeah, you could just like.
Actually, let me look really quick. Yes, this is once per turn. So.
Yeah. So you can't use more than one Hippocratic Oathbreaker. So go ahead and roll your damage.
That's max damage. Ooh. That's 11 points.
All right. So you, as it just like starts moseying on past you at a really, really slow pace, you just it's just like across the floor as it moves past you. Yeah, and you just over the shoulder stab at it, hit it right in the back as the blade just sticks out of its petal-like mouth on the other side for a moment. But as you retract the blade, it almost like stumbles a bit. It looks a little wobbly, but it recovers and keeps walking. And it looks to barely be standing.
Come on, man.
So it's going to go ahead and make a tentacle attack against Mr. Fox.
Oh, Mr. Fox.
That's an 18, which hits, actually.
Pretty sure that hits.
Yeah, and then... Let's see, that's actually going to deal 2 points of damage and grapple him. So he's currently grappled and restrained by that thing. So... okay, yeah. So then the other two are going to go ahead and, well, one's going to make a tentacle attack against you, Emil. It's 16.
Mm-hmm. No, that's not hit.
All right, and another tentacle attack from the other one. That's 11. So both of them are just like swinging at you, but not finding much purchase. That's going to be the end of their turns. Next up, Archaea.
Okay. What is the store made out of again? Wood or metal?
Yeah, it looks to be standard, metal door. Not heavily reinforced, but just, light metal door.
Okay, here's my question then. How loose does it look like these guys have gotten it over the last couple turns? Like, does it look to be bent or anything?
From this side, the damage isn't too visible. But you can see it. You can see it rocking and shuddering as the kicks are impacting against it.
All right. In that case, I'm going to have Archaea shoulder check the store.
All right. Go ahead and make a strength check.
First, try seeing if we can just open from the outside.
I mean, if they can't get it open from the inside, I doubt that I could get it open from the outside.
Okay, just making sure it's just not like from the outside. You can just.
Alright.
Make a strength check.
Yeah, hit that thing.
Hit. I have proficiency. I don't know why I'm attacking to hit on a door that's.
Oh, were you making an attack or were you shoulder checking it?
Attack roll.
Okay, so you're making an attack.
Yeah, on the door.
Oh, yeah, because if you're shoulder checking it, I was calling for a strength check.
Yeah.
So is this a strength check or an attack roll?
So let's shoulder check it with a strength check.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I said I was gonna do. So that's a d20.
Well, use the same rule, but
so using the same rule. So what's your strength modifier is a +1, so that's a 13. So yeah, you just and don't seem to make any more progress than they are doing.
Well, I'm sad. In that case,
somebody eventually is gonna get this door open.
Eventually.
In that case, I'm going to. I'm going to use my bonus action to use my last support dice.
All right.
And encourage
I thought you've already used 3.
No, I have 4.
Oh yeah, 4.
Yeah. Because I got another one when I leveled up. Well,
because your support dice equals your charisma modifier. Last I checked, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I don't know why I have 2. Oh no. Okay, you're right. Okay, never mind. That's no. End of turn. Done. Oh. Yeah. No. Sorry. I was looking at something completely different. I was looking at hit dice.
Oh yeah.
Wrong dice. Wrong dice. All right.
So that's Archaea's turn.
Yeah.
All right. So next up is the USS operative, who's gonna go ahead and take another shot at the one of the Ivies engaging Emil. So is going to be to the one to the right of him. That's an 8, which still hits.
At this point, I'm just a wall, just trying to make sure that they don't get past.
You are living sneak attack assistance.
I am literally just here to make sure those 2 rogues behind me can do damage.
I was just about to ask, are they like the rogues of this system?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're mechanically pretty much identical. So
they're just
it fires a full burst at it plus sneak attack damage.
Not bad.
How big is this dude's mag?
I think that's the last. No, he can still make another. Let me see.
Oh.
Yeah, he can still make another attack, but yeah, he just fires another 5 and downrange at the IV to the right of Emil and deals 21 points of damage in doing so.
This guy's had the trigger held down for like 30 seconds now.
Yeah, he's just pretty much been running around just like just through this whole fight.
Like just all these bullets are flying by and I'm just like
and yeah, he's gonna maintain his position and that's gonna be his turn. Last up, I'm assuming Qatar is still helping Chauncey.
Help.
All right. So, top of the round is going to be Mr. Fox, once again, who is going to attack the same one that just got lit up. With his handgun. Actually, let me see. Let me just check something real quick. Oh, yeah, he's good. So, firing another 2 shots towards it. 25 to hit, hits. Dealing sneak attack damage. Is 22 against that same Ivy as and just like impacts against the side of it as it's focused on attacking you. Next up, Chauncey.
Oh my gosh, it's still not dead.
Yeah, it's still standing.
So I'm gonna attack the door with my foot then.
Okay.
So instead of strength checking, I'm gonna kick the hell out of this thing.
Technically, that would still be the same roll, because you're not proficient with
attack.
No, not with unarmed strikes. You're not proficient.
Oh, then I'll attack it with the butt of my gun.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you've given you proficiency for that.
Weaponry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go, Chauncey, go.
Hit this damn door. Do I get advantage as well? Because
You would
I'm
have
still being
advantage
assisted?
because, yeah, you're still being assisted. That applies to attack rolls as well.
That's a little bit higher. And
That's a natural 20.
Oh, there it is.
So,
Statistically speaking,
yeah,
it's about time.
statistically speaking.
it's 17, 18, 19, 20, like a 1-up each time.
I know.
Just done.
So, go ahead and roll crit damage as an improvised weapon. So
On
that'd be
the door.
2d6 plus your strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't believe you have any particular bonuses to objects or structures. All right, that's plenty.
That's pretty good.
You just like, that is actually a really good crit roll. So, yeah, you take your shotgun and just like with the stock of it, just start hammering into the same position you've been kicking as. It's been shaken loose quite a bit from everything that's been going on. You managed to, with a loud crunch, you hear just like cracking metal locks between the door and the wall as you almost take out a chunk of concrete with it as it flies open towards Arkea's direction. And you now seem to be out of the room.
All right, I'm out of the room. Now I'm gonna move.
Dodge that.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do. There we go. That's the end of my turn.
All right, so you see everything that's going on over here. You round the corner and immediately see this USS operative in the back firing over the shoulders of your allies, and Mr. Fox and Emil just engaging these things up close. So, Emil, you're up next. What else does he see,
Right,
Emil?
so what?
What else does he see?
Well, which one of these was just got hit?
The one to your right just got hit twice.
Okay, hopefully I'm gonna try to finish that off.
Hopefully.
Yep.
I also just realized something. I completely forgot about this because he was on top, but this thing's still around and he was being grappled by it. He technically would have had disadvantage on the attack roll.
He's like, roll it real quick, see if he crit fails.
Yeah, I'll just roll a quick d20 just see if he crit fails. Which he doesn't. All right, so yeah, it still counts.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. So hold on. This guy, let me get my ruler out. So this guy just got hit twice, and this dude, the plant, is the one that I failed to kill and is like super rough looking.
Yeah. They're both super rough looking. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna move up one. I'll take that opportunity attack. I'm just gonna try to get this
an opportunity attack from the from both Ivies actually standing next to you because they haven't had any chances to use the reactions. Yeah.
Technically already attacked. Does that mean I can't do that? I rolled my attack already.
That's true. You did roll your attack. Yeah, I'll say we'll have to take the attack since you already targeted and rolled that one.
Yeah, because I'm attacking the guy to my right because I forgot about that dude up there. All right, that's fine. The Necrotic Oathbreaker. I would be applying poison all over the place, but I don't have any.
Okay,
12 piercing.
All right, so
I've got a bayonet.
As you bayonet just right into its torso, just like and start stirring around its insides. As you pull it out, the entire thing just like goes with the momentum of your pull and just like flattens into the ground as you sort of take it down. Yeah, it looks to be dead.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll just stay where I am for now.
All right, staying where you are.
From where I'm looking, actually, there's no more in the door.
Looking over the ivy, there does not seem to be anything else coming through that door.
Okay, what about? Do I see any bodies of the people who were there when we were in the other room?
Make a perception check.
Even though I've already taken my action.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this sort of thing would probably be an action perception check. That's true. Yeah, you can't much tell, especially not in the heat of combat.
Okay. Actually, because I did miss a little bit of the beginning, I guess actually Emil wouldn't have seen it anyway, so we'll do that afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. So that's the one in front of you. Is the Ivies are up next. Is going to tentacle attack against you. So that misses as it just like slumps lazily with its tentacles over you. The Ivy that is grappling Mr. Fox though is going to use its spit attack against him. And because he is grappled and restrained, it actually has advantage on the attack roll.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Mr. Fox, you can do it.
That is somehow a 6. And
I was like a 14.
Yeah, I know, I thought it was a 14 as well. So that's a 17 to hit, and that is actually his armor class.
Oh, don't get poisoned.
So he is going to take 12 points of poison damage. And he's going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fox!
No!
Which is a 9, which he actually fails. Oh, he does have encouragement. He does have encouragement. Yeah, that's true. That would be the time to use it. Which he succeeds. And actually, it didn't even need to be rolled. But yeah, he's thanks to Arkea's inspiration from earlier and knowing that this young woman that he's been escorting around definitely believes in him, he manages to power through and just resist the effects of the poison as this thing. But the rest of you see as he's just pulled in close by the tentacles of this thing, it just starts pouring this sort of acidic liquid over him.
Oh, beautiful.
Does he look bad?
He looks fine.
Okay.
he looks like he's in pretty decent condition.
Okay, he's taking a bath in acid. You can never tell.
Yeah, you can never tell after that point. But he looks like he's been through worse. So that is going to be the Ivy's turn. Next up is going to be Arkea.
Okay, I want this to work so bad. So I'm going to use close the distance, which basically means that I can get within 10 feet of an enemy as a bonus action.
Yes, if you attack them with an unarmed melee attack.
Yes, and I plan to.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get up to the one that is grappling.
Well, you're pretty far from it. I'm not sure if you can. I'm not sure if you can get that there with your movement. How much?
Let's see here.
Yeah, to close the distance, you have to be within 10 feet, and then you can go the extra 5.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's basically a step-in jab.
Well, rip. All right, hold on. I gotta figure out how far I can actually move here. Okay, so it's gonna take me 20 to get here, 25 to get, 30 to get there. So, all right, she's just gonna dash.
Okay, so you dashed all the way back down the hall. Now you're dashing all the way back here, and you're just like getting your cardio and just running, booking it down the hall.
I think I can get here.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. You can get, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So she's gonna get there.
All right.
And that's gonna be the end of her turn.
Yeah. All right. So next up is the USS operative, who is actually, this is a new round. Wait, no, this is the same round. There's that because he's towards the end. He rolled really poorly on initiative.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and use. I know, right? He's going to go ahead and fire his MP5 towards the Ivy that is grappling Mr. Fox, and
obliterates it, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Which is 14 to hit, which hits. So he fires a full burst and just deals sneak attack damage.
Ready to explode the screen again.
I'm surprised you have to roll for this.
Yeah, I know. Actually, hold on. I might not have. Which one was that?
Oh, well.
No, yeah, I totally didn't have to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I forgot that thing was super low. So,
it's
yeah.
a minimum of 11 damage.
No, that's a minimum. Oh, yeah, you're right, of 11 with his mobility bonus. And plus the weapon bonus. So yeah, either way, that thing just gets shot through the head and just immediately collapses down and lets loose its grip on Mr. Fox, who is now freed. And that is going to be the end of his turn. Last up is Katara.
All right, well, you know,
You're free.
we're out now. Wait, right-clicking? Oh, it's X now, that's right.
Yeah, X or right click. I've been using right click.
Yeah.
Funny, because I've been using Q.
Okay.
Q? That's an
Q.
option.
Yeah.
All right, so she's just gonna kind of come out of there.
Oh, it is.
You know what? I'm just gonna have her 5, 10, 15.
Wait. X?
Yeah, like apparently, like.
X gives me a
X is a
different
thing.
option. Anyways, I'll look into it.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna have her move up to the corner here.
Okay, so you're just moving up a bit and hanging out at the
Yeah,
corner.
just moving up a bit and hanging out right now.
All right.
X brings up your previous input. Interesting.
What?
Wait, excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what?
It tells you like what you did before.
Interesting.
Oh.
Weird.
Anyways.
I'm not getting that, but nonetheless, that's going to be
I think
Katara's
so.
turn.
Yep, that is Katara's turn.
All right. So,
Mr. Fox?
back to the top of the round is going to be Mr. Fox, newly freed, is going to go ahead and take 2 shots at the Ivy that is in front of Emil. So, that's an 18 to hit, and with sneak attack is going to deal
A lot of damage.
a lot of damage, 23 points of damage. So with that, Mr. Fox takes aim over your shoulder and just, and then the Ivy just gets obliterated through the head region and goes down, collapsing into a slump in front of you. Its tentacles still writhing for a bit, but then they slow to a stop. And for the moment, things seem to be calm.
Not for long. Just let our cat, like, get on it and it won't be calm anymore.
Alright. Emil's gonna head down here and just like quickly clear the room, make sure there's nothing else in there.
Are you heading into the laboratory?
No, I'm just checking by the door first.
Oh, checking by the door?
Yeah.
So looking in, you can kind of
I'm
see
looking
through,
into
like,
it.
yeah, through the glass. You see that first there's a little bit of like a decontamination chamber that you have to go through first before heading into the laboratory. And from what little you could see into the laboratory, you can't see much. We'll say you could see, yeah, looking around, you can kind of see about yay much.
Okay.
You see looks to be this laboratory space, you know, clean white floors, except not so clean right now. A lot of them are kind of charred, and there are just like these sparks coming out of some of the equipment around. You see these, what looks to be a long row of just cylindrical glass structures that seem to have been shattered open. There's just shards of glass all over the floor here, as well as just like charred. The ground is a little charred from what looks to have been explosions, and you do see some blood kind of creeping in from the sides that you don't know what from.
Kind of like.
Yeah, kind of like over here.
All right. All right. Is the alarms still going?
The alarms are no longer going.
All right, Emil's gonna like group back up with everybody then,
Okay, so you group back up with everybody else.
and he's just
And
gonna
the-
like, again, be like in front of like Fox and try to look bodyguardy. And and
oh no.
yeah, basically like look like he's escorting the 3 unarmored individuals.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh no.
Dang. Oh man.
Are we free movement at the moment?
Yeah, we're out of combat.
Wait, you still have encouragement.
I do.
And at this time, the operatives just kind of looking around at all of you is just like, well, thanks for the assistance, but I don't think I've seen any of you around here.
It's 11.
I'm switching to my shotgun.
All right.
Okay, oh boy.
That's 11.
That's
Tell
11.
me what
My
you
encouragement,
got
or-
going on here first, and then I'll start in.
And he just like kind of takes an inspection about the lot of you. Kind of paces around. He's just like, definitely don't seem familiar. I was watching some of the surveillance as you guys came in.
Oh no.
I don't know if I exactly know what you're supposed to be doing here. And you see him, he starts reloading his MP5 and loads a new magazine into it.
Emil shoot him in the face.
Charisma?
Wait, what?
No, please don't shoot
I'm
me.
ready to shoot him in the face.
Oh, you're ready to shoot him in the face?
Ready to.
Well,
ready
yeah.
Yeah.
He loads a new magazine into his MP5 and just like bolts it into a ready position. And then
Emil is going to look like nonplussed by all this. He's just like
You ain't gonna outpace me, bro.
Okay, it's just following too.
But Emil's gonna just yell at everybody. It's like, listen, we'll talk about this once this is all over. What happened?
Well, I think you've seen what happened. He kind of motions to the gentleman in the suit and the ski mask on the ground, and he's just like, this man here was a part of a team sent by the Feliciano crime family. They attempted to pull a heist of our viral goods, but we caught them in the process, or at least in the act. But it seems not before they're able to sabotage some of our labs with viruses, or rather with explosives. They set the explosives off and made sure all of the BOWs around here got released. Guess they figured it would cover their tracks, but they figured wrong. Seems they've also taken out the power.
Is this guy, who's on the ground in front of me, the same guy that we saw talking in the labs earlier? Even though he's got his, take the ski mask off.
Yeah, you take the ski mask off, and even just, looking at his suit, he does look very familiar.
And he was talking with the researchers?
Yeah, he looked to have been with a group of others carrying out a conversation with researchers.
All right, were we able to see how many other people in suits there were when we passed by?
There looked to have been, at least from what you noticed, there were 2 other people beside him in suits.
Okay. So there's at least 2 more. Did you see anything else on the security?
I think there's just 3 of them altogether. But I'm gonna ask you again. What are you all doing here? And at this point, he raises his MP5 up.
Okay. So, being dumb,
I'm raising my shotgun up.
RK is gonna get right up in his face.
Oh, you want to play tough guy?
Well, technically, I'm a girl.
Well, he was talking. This is him face to face with Chauncey. They both have each other. They both have each other at gunpoint right now. Yeah, they just drew on each other, and he's just like, "You want to play tough guy?"
Oh, good.
I'm always ready to play.
How long does it take to craft? Minutes?
Minutes. Yeah, it's a matter of minutes.
Okay.
So,
Good. Pull the trigger. You're gonna aim the gun.
RK is gonna try and defuse the situation calmly. Guys, he can be useful to us. I know a little bit of information that y'all might not know. He does have information about the beast. Let's just play cool, okay?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Just play cool, man. Persuasion, which I'm proficient in pretty good. Well, rip. 13.
All right, 13. He just kind of just like gives a side glance to you, but just like keeps his focus on Chauncey, and he's just like, "I'm not backing down till I get some answers."
Look.
I would know if any of you are supposed to be in here, and you're definitely not.
All right. I understand. I get that completely. You're doing your job, right? You're doing your job. You're protecting your space. I get it. All right. But I need you to answer me 2 questions. And then my team and I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. But I need to know what you meant by whoever the Silver Wolf, right? Silver Wolf, Silver Fox. Am I right?
Silver Wolves,
Silver
yeah.
something. Silver Wolf, yeah. The Silver Wolves and the Beast. What did you mean by that? What did you mean the Beast is incoming? What was that?
I don't know if I owe you any answers, lady.
Listen. And she gets up in his face a little bit more. And she's like, listen, I'm his daughter, okay?
Emil now has his weapon ready.
Is that right?
Yeah, right. Absolutely. I am his daughter. And he is looking for me.
Last I heard, his daughter was dead.
He's gonna fire.
Yeah. I was in the middle of typing, pulls trigger.
All right, both of you make your attack rolls.
That is what
As soon as he says last I heard, he's gonna pull the trigger.
All right. So both of you make your attack rolls. Chauncey with advantage if you're using a shotgun.
Also, I've had loaded in there my special rounds.
Your flechette rounds. All right, so it's gonna do a little bit extra damage. Special rounds.
But I sound ridiculous when I try to pronounce it. So that's all my special rounds. Flechette.
Yeah. This guy's USS. He probably knows exactly who you are.
I mean, probably, but who cares? He had answers.
Yeah, and you don't tell them that you're the enemy when trying to get answers.
That needs to start being more of a secret. That can't be the first thing you run to every time.
Keeps trying to tell you, stop telling people that you're especially when you're in umbrella bases, don't tell them that you're the daughter of the Beast.
You want
you
help
are an
from
enemy.
These people. Yeah, you want help from these people. You have to keep that a secret.
Yeah, I will say actually also
you as a target.
Yeah, Mr. Fox would be shooting at him as well if he wasn't reloading.
He's like,
because he was ready to pop this guy. Yeah, but yeah, he actually used pretty much a full mag in the last fight.
Advantage.
So this is let me just make sure.
I'm so sad right now.
Well, this guy had us pinned anyways. I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Yeah. No, he rolled, by the way, a natural 20 insight against you.
Yeah, I figured.
Against your deception.
It was 11. It was 11 against my deception. I'm pretty sure he had us pinned.
Okay, so let me see. Let me do some quick maths.
I'll forgive you soon. Not immediately, but she will.
What's that?
I said Archaea she will use her action to forgive you in X many of rounds.
Alright, so so what are your attack rolls?
D6 rounds. It's 14 for Emil.
Doesn't
15
hit.
for me.
Also doesn't hit, actually.
Extra attack?
Oh no, this is about to go
That's true.
down.
You can make 2 attacks with 1 attack action, so you can make a second one if you want and fire 2 more rounds.
Remember, he is a
There it is.
Alright.
The other one just for the shits and gigs. Okay, so doubling my
Natural
damage.
20, doubling your dice.
These trick shots, do I use those as well before or after?
It depends on the trick shot. Each one will specify. I think the only one you have is
limb shot.
Limb shot. That one you specify, I think, on a hit. So you have to hit first.
Then I'm going to use that.
All right. So first of all, roll your damage.
Yeah. Let me get all that set up.
A billion damage coming out.
I know.
About a billion.
Tara just watching from around the corner, just like, disgusting.
She's just keeping back. Yep, exactly. She's like, disgusting.
RK is about to get sprayed.
Yeah, you're about to get painted with this dude's blood.
All right. So, does my flechette hit for double damage as well?
It does as well. Yeah, the dice from your flechette rounds also get doubled.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll the original damage and then the flechette damage.
Okay.
Die, man.
Well, you could add that to the same roll if you do. If you're typing it out. Yeah.
No, I don't type it. It's gonna be easy anyways.
And then on top of that,
oh, that's a lot of sixes.
What?
40.
665?
That.
I got a 6'3", 6'5".
So you pull your shotgun up. Emil pulls his rifle up and just like rifle round just like scatters against the wall behind him. First 2 shots from the shotgun just he immediately starts preparing to disengage and moving around, having his MP5 at the ready. But you fire another 2 rounds before he gets too far and just your flechette rounds splatter into his head and just like explode it in a splatter of just like blood and guts and skull against the wall behind him and down in front of Archaea and on Archaea to a certain extent. You rolled the exact amount of hit points he had, and he hadn't taken any damage.
Rip. 40.
Rip.
Exactly down to the number. Man, that was like the end of the Forgiven.
All right.
You just executed this man.
Yes, I did. Just
This guy, poor guy, he was just like, "Why are you flanking me?"
Yeah, why are you flanking me?
So these flechette rounds are box of nails. So I just picture all these nails like piercing him like that.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh man, so she's just gonna come out from like the side after that, and it's just like,
She's just like,
oh, all right. Well, that makes things easier. I'm gonna just step over this.
Shakily walking away from the scene.
I'm gonna check his pockets.
I was gonna say, take his uniform.
It's got blood.
What uniform?
Well, you blew his head off, so I hope the rest of it's fine, right? Because like literally nothing else hit except his face.
Well, like he had a mask on, and that'd probably be about the best thing to keep, but kind of in pieces of his.
No, yeah, his mask is in pieces.
So I didn't even get to use my limb shot. Good, so I didn't spend the trick points, right?
I mean, you would have had to declare on the hit, so I'll say because you didn't say for certain, we'll say it doesn't get used. But yeah, that is something you have to declare on the hit. But yeah, you look on
like I obliterated him. And I did say I was going to use them.
Okay, yeah. What were you saying, Mokai?
Oh no, I'm gonna just burn these things.
Okay, burning them all. Just like,
they need to burn.
And they burn pretty easily once you start getting to work.
I'm gonna take the 2 bodies and start going through them. I want to see if there's anything on this dude that identifies him.
Okay, rifling through his pockets. You do find some what look to be forged clearances and things like that. At least you assume they're forged, but they look pretty legit enough to that it seems to have gotten them this far. And you also find a Glock 17 handgun.
I'll just take the ammo for that.
Okay. He used a lot of his the ammo on his escape. I'll say he has 6 rounds left.
Perfect. Brings up to 30 rounds. Oh, I'm also gonna unjam my other.
Yeah, unjam your own Glock.
Does this Glock look customized? A little bit of mafia tinkering?
It looks pretty standard fare.
Damn. Okay.
Can I search this dude's stuff now?
All right. Yeah, you could search his stuff. You see he's got an MP5 on hand. He's got an M9 with a full magazine, or both of them appear to have a full magazine. Doesn't seem to be carrying much in the way of spare ammo. He also has a combat knife on his person.
Can I see the stats of the MP5?
Okay, you start getting a feel for the MP5.
Is it the same kind of MP5 that
Allie had?
Oh yeah, Allie did.
But Allie took it from somebody, right?
Yeah,
One
from
of
the
other
USS operatives. Yeah. ones you killed in Raccoon City.
Same ones? I think I remember looking at that before.
The MP5, I guess Katara would recognize as like the weapon of the USS. That's their standard issue gear.
Oh, that's the USS gear.
Can I grab like the MP5 and like hand it to Katara and be like, you might want to hold this. You've been defenseless lately. And then at least use it if you need it.
I don't have the room for that.
Oh, never mind. I don't either. That's why I don't.
Actually,
do you want it?
I don't have room.
Oh.
Wait, is it bulky?
No, it's single. It'll take up 2 hands, but not 2 inventory spots.
That's fine. Actually, I might want that over the Glock.
But you don't have proficiency with it, I don't think.
You're right, I don't. Never mind. I'm not good with.
You want a secondary pistol? There's a secondary pistol here.
The M9, right?
Yeah, it's the M9.
Let me just look at. I think I still have its stats. I do not have its stats. No, I do have it. Red M9.
It's just the double fire common weapon.
Yeah, how long does it take to attach my bayonet to my weapon?
I'll say it's an action to attach or unattach, so not long.
Okay, I'll attach my bayonet back to my shotgun, and then pick up the MP5.
Gotcha.
Was that all that's on these two?
Yeah, that appears to be everything.
All right.
Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
She's gonna pull out the USB. I believe this belongs to you.
Indeed it does, but I think we're gonna have to find a way to get it out of here safely. That might require a bit of finagling. And he kind of points down the hall behind you, in which by now you guys can kind of, at least from what you see down the hall, that's the hall from which you guys came from, where the elevator was at. And it's, again, this hallway is a little bit elevated compared to that area, and that's what this brief staircase is from. And kind of looking out in that direction, you now see that there's a bit of damage that has been done in this area, and that floor below there looks to be flooded.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, nope.
What's the door up here?
That was what the vaulted,
Yeah, it does. This one looks to be like a pretty, heavily reinforced vault-like door.
Anything on it? Like around it? Keypad, something?
No, it just seems to have like a handle for opening it up.
Can I open it?
Yeah, you could open it up, and it leads you into this room. Looks to be a pretty secure room, and it's got a monitor in this corner, kind of near the ceiling, that looks to be showing the feed of the camera that's directly above the door. You get the sense, and it's got a couple of tables and a couple of chairs, around. It looks to be just like a sort of safe area for employees to get to, but doesn't look like anybody made it.
Is that a safe room?
Yeah.
That was the safe room I'm assuming we should have went to.
So...
Me and Katara found that one.
Let's see. And see, I only wanted you to take this because I'm gonna go looking for something.
Might I ask what you're gonna go looking for, Miss Oswald?
I need to find out more about what was harbored in that lab. And a bit more information.
Yeah, I guess it would pay to look around while we're here. But keep in mind, we're trying to get out of here with this data. But yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'm only going in to take a look, and if I find anything interesting, take that, and we can get on our way out.
Well, in either case, we're going to have to look around and see if we could get the power back online or solve any of the other problems plaguing us right now.
True.
But I'll take that drive.
All
Just
right.
keep it handy. So he's holding on to the drive with all the data.
Awesome. Somebody want to come with me to the lab?
You check that out. Me and Chauncey are gonna see if this armory is. We're gonna try to load back up first.
All right.
Which,
you know what?
Me into there.
I should come to that armory too, just in case.
Does anybody have clearance, by the way? Does anybody have any key cards?
We have. Yeah,
I have all the clearance cards.
I still have mine.
Do you?
I think we're probably good enough just keeping one around, since it is taking up a slot.
Which clearance does
3.
Emil have? Okay, so you have the
3.
full clearance. Yeah. So you try swiping.
Do you have 3?
Okay.
Okay, do you have 3?
No, she gave it to you, bro.
So am I the only one with 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
She gave you the only 3 cards.
All right. So yeah, this is also a electronically locked one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you swipe the card, and it just doesn't seem to be responsive.
All right.
There's a blue door down here.
Yeah, that's the power room. We're gonna have to fix that.
Well, that's what we're thinking the power room is.
It's got the power room thing over it.
Yeah, it has
right?
the power room symbol above it. Emil saw that
okay.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it has like just a yellow triangle with a lightning bolt in the middle of it.
Feels
Wanna
like
go in?
an hour ago was so long ago.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I have a mental map.
I have a mental map.
It's the mental map.
All right, so Chauncey headed into that room.
Yep.
All right, so you enter into. Hold on, let me get a better.
Oh, it's brown.
Well, let me put it that way. You enter into this large, chamber. I mean, everything looks kind of reddish to you right now, since that the emergency power is still on. But yeah, you enter into this sort of grimy chamber with bulky generators lining the walls, and one titanic, motorized machine occupying the center of the room. Doesn't seem to be making any noise right now, though, and it is completely silent.
Do I see like on switch?
You don't see anything that seems to resemble an on switch on it, but there does look to be a breaker in this corner.
Oh, okay.
While you're looking about the room, you hear like this just like clattering in the walls and in all the pipes above you.
Excuse me.
So me and Kartara are in this room.
So meanwhile, in the laboratory,
She's like, I hear a noise. Meanwhile.
Wow.
So you guys are in the decontamination chamber. You're heading into the labs?
Yeah, I want to go through and take a peek and like not fully go in, but
same,
like
yeah.
Okay, so enough to see the entirety of it from
Yeah.
there. So you could see what looks to be more open laboratory space. Again, the shiny white floors just charred from the explosion, and numerous granite desks with lab equipment laid out over them. Yeah, they're in this row of 6 now empty sort of glass cylinders, and there looks to be like the floor below them. You can see now at this distance is just wet from whatever liquid was inside, suspending the BOWs within, but now they're just shattered and empty.
Okay. I think it's clear.
There's also another door over here that looks pretty heavy duty.
Do we see the bodies?
Yeah, you do actually see that this area is sort of littered with a couple of bodies. A couple of them seem to be lab coats, scientists, researchers. The other 2 seem to be similar to the man you'd encountered outside, dressed in a suit, ski masks, things like that.
Okay. All right, Katara, do you want to see if there's anything useful in here? I'm gonna check these bodies.
Yeah. So yeah, she's gonna look around to see if there's anything useful or like any good items that she could find,
So
information.
on the bodies, Emil, you pretty much find similar items to what you found on the Mafia guy outside. So, yeah, they just have a couple of handguns, mostly expended magazines.
I'll take whatever 9mm ammo I can take, though.
Yeah, you get about 7 rounds of 9mm ammo. And that's about it. Same forged documentation, things like that. As for Katara, you start taking a look around. You do notice quite a bit of experimental laboratory equipment on top of these granite tables that you're searching. You also see this open notebook sort of thing that seems to have documentation on their latest trials, if you want to read that.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Yep,
you
we can
find
read that.
this.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll also be reading it with her while we're waiting.
All right.
yeah.
Katara's excited.
So Archaea did want to go see if she can get the radio from the USS guy.
Oh, was that? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get, since you're reading it too, Lauren, I'll just hand that over to you, and one of the two of you could read it aloud if you like. So you retrieve the...
Okay.
Yeah, if one of you wants to.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
There's some reactions going on here.
I can read it aloud, because I thought we were gonna, I thought we could read this while you're doing Doc.
I don't know if I want to hear this.
Oh yeah, well we could get back to you afterwards. So in the meantime, Archaea, you retrieve the radio from the USS operative. I'll say that takes up an inventory block, but you have it now.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Question.
Yeah.
With that, can I? Obviously, what is Mr. Fox doing?
He seems to be standing guard, keeping an eye on a lot of you, just being a general sentry about the place while you guys get to work.
Lovely. She's gonna try and sneak down the hallway and around the corner.
Okay.
With the radio in her hand.
All right. Make a stealth check.
17.
Okay, hold up. So you start sneaking off, though. I think quietly enough, and trying to, gauge when he's not keeping an eye on you. You sneak away.
Cool. Can I hit the button? You know, the button that makes it so that they call people? I don't know how radios work.
Use the radio.
Yeah, you're going to use the radio, is all I have to say.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know. Okay, I don't use radios, man.
Well, like, your character does, so you just, you're gonna use the radio.
Alright, she's using the radio. To see if she can get in contact with whoever he was talking to previously.
Okay, so you start just saying things into the radio?
Yeah.
Okay. Immediately you hear back just like, shh. Maintain the radio silence, over.
Wait, what? You cut out.
Oh, you just hear back, shh. Maintain radio silence, over.
Damn it. Damn it. She kind of emergency. She literally says emergency over the radio.
And at this point, you just kind of hear back as the other side chimes back in. You just hear just like, yeah, we have an emergency over here as well. Keep down.
What's going on? What's going on?
You don't hear any response as well after that.
Yeah. All right. She drops it and she books it for the nearest person to her.
Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox is just sitting at the end of this hall, just like, you run into him, and Jesse just like starts heading towards you, and it's just like, what's going on?
We have a problem. We have a huge problem.
Well, we've got a lot of huge problems.
Well, we have a bigger problem, like guns problem. People with guns problem. So, I used the radio. I probably shouldn't have, but you know, it doesn't matter now. It's done. What's done is done. And she's like, just stammering on this conversation, and she's like, I said emergency. He said, and then I heard gunfire, and now there's an emergency on that end. So I don't know where they are, but they're in trouble. So we could be in monumental trouble in X minus minutes here.
Well, as long as we're not the USS's trouble, that could serve us well. Seems their attention is elsewhere. That gives us a chance to get by here.
And RK is just wide-eyed behind her glasses, just freaking out at this moment.
Just try and stay calm, Arkea. We're gonna get out of this.
And she's just having a nervous breakdown.
And so in the meanwhile...
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just like freaking out. And in the meanwhile, Katara's also freaking out, noticeably beginning to shake. And Chauncey, are you doing anything with this breaker?
I want to see what's wrong with it first. Is there a switch I can flip? Is a breaker broke?
It looks to have sustained some sort of damage from the heister's sabotage. So like a small charge seems to have put a couple of things out of place. You'd probably need some tools to be able to fix this, but you do have Tinker's tools.
Yes. I will use my Tinker's tools on it.
All right, go ahead and make a, we'll call it a mobility Tinker's tools check.
Mobility Tinker's.
Yeah, so mobility proficiency.
Oh, okay. So it's the same as no matter what it is. No. Yeah. Here we go.
And I'll give you advantage on that actually because you have the Tinker's tools. Because normally it would just be a straight roll for technology, but because you're using Tinker's tools.
Doesn't matter.
Oh wow. That's the exact same thing.
Exactly the same.
16. Either way, it works. You manage to pull out your Tinker's tools, start messing around with some pliers, moving things back into place, soldering a couple wires back together, and soon enough, it looks to, you're no electrician, but it looks like everything has kind of been moved back into its proper order. And as everything gets back into place, you give the sort of switch a good flip, and sure enough, all of a sudden this beast of a machine, this kind of big engine-like object at the center of the room just roars to life as the entire facility, the rest of you see the lights go on in your respective room. Everything's no longer cast in shades of red as the main power seems to be back online. All of the card readers look to light up once again. And at that moment,
automatically just aims his rifle at the door just in case.
All right, you aim your rifle at the door and just like wait for a moment. Nothing seems to come through. But Chauncey, as all this starts humming to life in this room around you, you do hear from the again in the similar positions as all that clanging and the metal around you that you heard previously. You hear just a bunch of as all of a sudden group of just small, or rather large for what they should be, bug-like creatures seem to descend out of all of the metal piping and just various esoteric machinery above you. They leap down from under that. Now with the lights all flaring on, they're no longer hidden up there, and they drop down, ready to attack you. I need you to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Could I also state that, like, when I turn the power on, because we're all still on, like, the conference call, and I would have said, power's on, so Katara would know that I turned the power on, and then she could hear me start shooting.
Yeah.
Could I have also pulled out my assault rifle during this?
So you pull out your assault rifle.
Yeah, okay. And then I'll roll initiative.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll initiative. What assault rifle was that again? Do you have is this your...
My AR-15.
Oh, right, your AR-15.
Is that everyone or just Chauncey?
We all have to roll because we're doing moving at the same time.
That's true. Anybody who would move as soon as you hear gunfire, which everyone's in pretty close proximity enough to hear it.
Like Emil's just gonna be like, "Hey, Katara, are you? Oh, gunfire!"
Katara's getting a front row seat to the Bluetooth.
I'm rolling pretty good with these.
You know.
For no bonus.
You know, I don't think Arkea would actually, because she's having a nervous breakdown right now.
Yeah. So all right. So Arkea is staying put.
Yeah, Katara's not far enough in a breakdown to affect her. I mean.
Yeah, to affect her going to action.
Yeah, it's like the moment she hears that, it'll probably like she'd snap out of that little thing and be like, help.
All right, so initiative.
Emil 16.
All right.
Chauncey's a 19.
And then Katara 15.
Oof, good rolls.
Nice.
Yeah, they are. Been a good one. I'm glad I got the top out of the party though, because I don't want people to run in and kill everything while I'm standing here the whole time. You don't even shoot guns yet.
You don't gotta worry about it.
Yeah, I haven't even actually heard the gunfire yet.
I know.
All right, so well, top of the round is Chauncey, so yeah, you guys will definitely hear what's going down.
Of course.
All right, I'm gonna lay in some fire. I'm gonna shoot this dude. Oh, can't highlight. Okay, right here.
All right.
And that is 2 rounds. And he's going
with the AR.
16. Yeah, with the AR.
16 hits.
All right. And,
2 rounds, you said, right?
oh,
So-
yeah. Sorry, I forgot to do that. I just went straight for the extra one, so there it is. Okay, so
Nice.
12.
12 points of damage to that guy, so just you see just like its crusty, flaky skin just fly off of it as it reels back and just hisses at you. But it's still standing, but by a thread.
Okay, and then I'm gonna aim at this other guy, right there. Yeah, that guy.
All right.
I'm gonna shoot him. Well, that's 16.
No, 16 hits. You've been rolling 16 for like a while.
This guy's been rolling 10. Just
yeah,
like nothing. Like this is his 4th 10 in a row.
This is the 10 game.
Alright, so
well,
now
it was
I
only
fixed
broken
my
up by
damage.
his initiative.
Yeah.
Could I? No, it's not worth it. Alright, there we go. 7.
All right, 7 points of damage to that one.
Yes.
Not bad.
All right. So you just like switch targets and just like put another 2 rounds into the one next to it. It just like, again, you shoot off these little tufts of skin and just like bug-like flesh, but it still seems to be kicking.
Okay. And move down to here.
All right.
That's
Is that going to be Chauncey's turn? Next up is Emil.
Yeah, so he'll say before Emil's gonna like looking at Katara, who's like shaking and just like after reading this and he's read it too, he's gonna be like, Katara, are you okay? Oh, gunfire! And then start booking it.
All right.
So, is that adequate movement?
All right, that's your dash.
60?
Yeah, that gets you through. As you're running by, you see Mr. Fox. You see Arkea just sitting there shaking. Mr. Fox is kind of with her, and he's just like, Emil, go check that out. I'll keep watch out here. And he just looks at the ready, just like with his firearm, just standing out in the hall.
Yeah, and running by, he's gonna say, watch over Arkea.
And he nods to you, and you keep going. So you make it into the room, and you see Chauncey to your right, just peeking out around the corner, and you see all this group of bugs in front of you. So that's Emil's turn. Next up, the Chimeras are going to take their turn. So they're going to move about.
Yeah. Gross.
And it just starts, you see them just like quickly crawling. What? Just quickly, just like scurrying across and just like climbing all over the place towards you.
I want to get an Enfield prop so I can actually hold it.
Yeah.
Right?
One of them, they just like, you see just like the ones that aren't dashing towards you, Emil, just start just like climbing over the giant engine at the center of the room, heading for Chauncey, and then jumping off.
Now, is that considered full coverage, by the way? So, like, if I was to shoot this one way up here, that's covered?
Yeah, it would be, but now it's in front of you.
Yeah. I just wanted perspective.
Oh yeah. This thing's huge. Yeah, so it's that would be considered full cover. But
like
yeah, so
they couldn't hit that one.
No, yeah, you wouldn't be able to. All right, so they are going to all start swinging at you with their claws. So the 3 against Emil. That's a 21 to hit. Another 21 to hit. And a 20 to hit. That was some good grouping. Wow. So that's going to be all 3 of them
like,
hit. So
look out, Emil, there's bugs. What?
So that is going to be 12, 14 points of slashing damage as they all just scurry at you just really quickly. And when they start running, they just get down onto all of their legs and just start scurrying across the floor real rapidly. And then as they come at you, they just lift up these just thin arms with these blade-like claws at the end and just oh, there's a bunch of these claws rake across you. So you take 12 points of slashing damage, or rather 14. Okay. In total.
Rip.
2 against Chauncey. That's a 10 to hit. And a 5 to hit. That's where all those rolls went. So yeah, they both start like slashing at you, but just can't manage to pierce through your armor. So that's going to be their turn. Next up is Katara.
Okay, now I'm unmuted. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So she's gonna be able to move out the room.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all her movement right there. And she's just gonna kind of stand by.
You can use your action to dash if you like. Oh,
Didn't mean to do that.
Whoop. Nope.
There it is.
All right. Hold your action.
Nope. I'm gonna not gonna do that.
All right. So you're staying out in the hall.
Yep. And
yeah,
you're gonna run in on the next.
Okay. Yeah, you could hold your action or use the defend action or any of those options if you're not going to use your action to do anything else.
I guess I could use defend.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really have an action to hold. Well, actually, no. If one of them runs out the door, she's gonna hit it with flame spray, but that's only if. So.
Gotcha. So you're holding a flame spray if one comes out the door.
If one manages to come out, yeah.
Good to know. All right, back to the top of the round. Chauncey, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna shoot this guy. That should be within line of sight, right?
Let me see.
With cover.
Yeah, I would probably give him at that angle.
Okay, I'll move first and then I'll shoot.
All right, yeah. At that angle, I would probably give him cover. Yeah, like at least half cover.
I think 3/4 cover.
Yeah, that'd probably be 3/4 cover.
Because like the arrow still goes through the cover.
What about the guy right beside this guy? This guy's
that guy. Yeah, that guy's probably.
Unless he's using me as cover. Which
Yeah, I would say he's only half. This guy would be 3/4. This guy would be half cover. Because it cuts pretty close with that one, with that big thing in the middle.
I'm gonna move first then.
Okay, so you will take 1 attack of opportunity from the one above you.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and roll for both attacks of opportunities.
Well, depending on how far you move, you may only take 1.
I'm gonna move out of both of their range.
Oh, okay, so that's a 7 and a 14, neither of which hit. So go ahead and move.
And then I'm going to shoot this guy in front. The original guy I wanted to shoot this guy.
All right.
2 bullets. AR. 16.
Wow, man. That's what we call grouping. But yeah, that hits.
And he's consistent.
Yeah, he's nothing if not consistent.
9 on damage.
Okay, which one was that again?
The one above the meal.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so the shots splatter against that guy. Looks pretty hurt.
Going to use my extra attack. I'll use the extra attack against him again.
All right.
Same one.
All right, go ahead and roll for attack.
Ugh. 9.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit, and as you just fire the second 2 shots, after it recoils from the first 2, it just like ducks down and just like scurries around enough to make the shots just like miss that same good grouping you had going there.
That was 15. If I move into their range, does that give them attack of opportunity or no?
No.
Okay, so I'll move the other 15 here.
Well, you can't move through their space.
Oh, okay, then I'll move right up in this grill.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put away my assault rifle.
All right, got it. So you sling that back over your shoulder. Is that Chauncey's turn?
That's Chauncey's turn.
All right, Emil, you're up.
Well, I wanted to shoot some stuff. Stabbing away. Which one? He had just attacked that one up top.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Emil's gonna focus that one.
Yeah, you just saw that one get pelted by a couple of bullets before dodging the other 2.
14.
That hits.
All right.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's the wrong thing. Hippocratic Oath. Oh, come on. Hippocratic Oathbreaker, and I need more poison. 10 points of damage, piercing. Stab it into it.
All right, so you just like, whoosh, and the blade goes like right through its throat region, right below the head. And as it goes limp for a second, you can feel it hanging off the edge of your blade as you pull it out, and it just like falls onto the ground. So, you've taken that one out of the fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
All right. So you're staying where you're at. Next up, the Chimeras are gonna go ahead and move. They're gonna move yonder and start. Actually, this one's gonna jump up here and attack you from above as it kind of gets on top of this, just climbs up on top of this engine and just like hangs off the edge, its hind legs sort of suspending it as it comes at you with claws from above. So yeah, it's gonna be 2 attacks against Emil with their claws.
No.
And another 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take 3 points of slashing damage from the 1, and 2 against Chauncey. Here's the first one from the one at your level.
Nope.
So that's a 7, doesn't hit, and again from the one above you. It's a 14, nope. Doesn't hit. So yeah, they're just like all slashing at you, just like, but some of them are just like getting caught against the machinery, and others just not making a dent in your armor. So that's gonna be their turn. Katara, you're up.
All right, so it is time. 5, 10, 15, 20. So she's gonna move into here. 20 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And here. Okay, yep. So you're 10 feet away from me, so I want to flame spray it.
All right.
I'm gonna just see if this hits.
So 15 definitely hits.
All right, so I'm at least grateful for that. And then
same numbers.
15 points of damage.
15 flame damage.
All right, so you just like you charge into the room, see these insect-like creatures, and just immediately you know what to do. You pull out your chemical sprayer and just light it up. Torrent of flame flies forward and just like engulfs it entirely. By the time the flame fades, it is just a heap of smoldering bug on the ground.
All right, and then after that, she's going to. So it's 20. 35. She's gonna move back out to here.
All right.
And yep, that's what she's gonna do.
She's fast.
She's got new shoes.
Yeah.
She's got new shoes. So back up to the top of the round is Chauncey.
Okay, pulling out the MP5.
All right.
And I'm gonna spray this guy with 5 rounds.
All right. Go ahead and roll to attack. And it has 1 full magazine in it, the one you pulled off that guy.
Yeah, that's... I remembered you said that, so I put a full clip in. Oh, sorry, I rolled 2.
That's 2. Yeah, we'll take the first one.
6. Yeah. That's
14.
15.
15, yeah. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I had that set from my damage roll. Okay, that was... 1. Okay. So 5 of them. Jeez.
Yeah, SMGs. High fire rate.
Oh, wait, that's also +1, wasn't it? Yeah, +1. Oh, I had a +1 to damage and attack. So +1 to that as well.
Oh, okay. So that's 15 in total?
Yeah.
All right. So...
You rolled both extremes.
I know, right? So... Just, yeah, it's true. It's all 1s and 4s. So yeah, you pull out the MP5, sling it out from over your back from the just myriad of weapons you have back there. You pull the stock up to your shoulder and just let loose the spray as the bullets just like pelt against this thing. You see some of them sparking off of the metalworks behind it, but by the time all is said and done, the smoke settles. It collapses to the ground with a hiss and a sigh.
Mill, get out of here! And then I'm gonna shoot this one right beside me. Now, is that a disadvantage because he's at this range?
Yeah, that would be at disadvantage.
Okay, can I move and then use my extra attack?
You can, but it will incur an opportunity attack, of course.
That's fine.
So
I'm gonna move there.
Okay, so you'll get opportunity attack from both of them. This is from the one up top. It's
Nope.
10. This is from the one at ground level. Nope.
Nope.
So natural 1. So yeah, it just like 2 swings and 2 misses as you get over to that other side.
Okay, and then yeah, the one on ground level I'm gonna shoot at.
All right.
22.
That hits. This is with the MP5 as well.
Oh yeah, that would have been 23. So yeah, with the MP5, 5 rounds. And that is 18.
So you just like carve across its chest with your bullets. It almost splits it in half with how thin and bony these bug-like creatures are, and it just like collapses in pieces.
Yeah. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
All right, that's Chauncey's turn. Emil, you're up next.
It looks like you got this.
Get out of here! I had this. I got this guy.
You're just casually walking out past Katari's like, there's just some bugs.
Yeah.
Hates bugs.
Yeah, it's he's got it. He's got it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So next up, that
Start heading
Chimera.
back towards the labs.
That Chimera is just gonna leap off of here and just like futilely attempt to swing at you with its claws.
That one hits.
That one does hit, actually, so it feels pretty good about itself.
Not for long.
It's the last time it's gonna feel good about itself.
Yeah, so that's 2
with
points of
damage.
slashing damage, and it's just gonna run from there. It's gonna go ahead and use the rest of its movement to scale the walls and be up in the sort of rafters, so to speak, where all of that you know, those pipes and metalwork is above you. So
Does it get out of my reach going up the wall?
that is true. It would. Yeah, you could take a attack of opportunity against it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just hit it with my gun.
All right.
That is. Oh shit! Natural 20. And that's still that would yeah, because the proficiency, the extra damage bonus, attack bonus wouldn't be added to me using it as
no. It's only for it's only for shooting with it.
Okay, just making sure, because that could have been a 27. That'd been nasty. All right.
Either way, natural 20 always hits. So
yeah,
go ahead and roll your damage.
I was just gonna go in and see if I could flame it, but this thing might be dead.
No,
it should be.
These things are pretty weak.
Yeah.
These are pretty weak.
Oh, no.
God, it's on the ceiling.
Nope.
Yeah. 12 damage.
Chauncey, you just like it starts scaling the wall and attempts to get out of your reach, but you just like take your MP5 and just squash it like a bug against the wall and just hold it there for a sec, squishing it and making sure it is motionless before you let the fly swatter away, and it just peels off the wall and falls onto the ground, joining the others in death.
So, with that done, I'm just gonna go in and...
I was gonna come out and, like, dust the hands off. Like, yeah, I got it.
So Katara
like,
just, like...
burn.
Katara just exterminates, and with her flame spray, lighten it up in there, and you manage to burn their corpses pretty good.
Awesome. And she's gonna come back in here.
Yeah. So you come back in here. So are you guys gonna keep the document you found private, or somebody
we're gonna read
want to read
because,
it? All right.
Yeah, Emil's about to act on it, but just really quick, what is that locked door?
This locked door over here?
Yeah.
It looks to require level 3 clearance. In fact, I have this actually. Not that it matters because you guys have managed to get all the clearance you needed beforehand, but there's actually a little key here off to the side.
Oh, look at that. All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it looks to be like a pretty heavily reinforced door. Or rather, actually, I take that back. This door actually got taken out in the explosion. Yeah, so that door is actually wide open right now.
She's gonna stop. She's like, please, let's be careful. She's gonna like slowly start heading up.
All right.
I got you. You need cover?
Yes, please.
Want me to open up the door?
Well, it's open, but yeah, you can go in first.
I'll go first.
Yeah, she wants to head in.
So as you head in, you come into this room with concrete floors that looks to be some sort of storage room. Particularly, it seems to have been BOW storage. All of these black boxes are cages that are kind of low cages, about half your height, Chauncey, kind of coming up to your waist area, or a little bit higher than that. And it's kind of dirty and run down, and there are just all these cages that look to have either been blown open from some sort of breaching explosive, or torn open by claws.
She's gonna look around to see if there's if any of them were it could resemble the thing in the note, potentially.
All of them seem to be rather small, and none of them seem to have necessarily been for something human-sized in storage. But yeah, these are rather short, and all these cages are either blown open or torn open by what you suspect might be others that escaped after them. And you see kind of above, you see like this grate on the ground in one of the corners that looks to be some sort of ventilation grate. That whatever was in here might have escaped out of.
Does it look like it was like the slash marks of the bugs?
It looks similar, yeah.
Okay. Can I inspect? Can I situational awareness, see if there's any enemies in here or any hidden entrances or escapes?
All right, perception check with advantage.
Okay. And that is a 16.
16. The room seems pretty clear. You get the sense that whatever was in here isn't in here any longer. Besides the vents that were way up in the ceiling, kind of out of your reach, unless you have something that could scale straight up a wall. There doesn't really look to be any way in or out of this place besides the door that was blown open.
I think those are those bug creatures that attacked me in the power generator room. I think we're safe now.
Looks to be.
All right.
And Katara, as you were inspecting this place, you did actually see some other stuff that were of use, but we only got around to the document before we got into trouble. So yeah, you do also see kind of on the corner of this table that looks to be some sort of indoor garden apparatus with UV light shining down on various colored plants. So you could get about 3 green herbs, 6 blue herbs, and 1 yellow herb out of that.
Emil?
Which that reminds me that we forgot about this. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it, but freaking Mr. Fox has taken 5 points, actually, yeah, 5 points of poison damage since the combat because he failed his. No, wait, no, he succeeded.
No, he succeeded. Yeah,
I forgot about the encouragement. I forgot you used the encouragement. Yeah, he would have failed. He would have needed those blue herbs.
All right. Let's take a look at this. So there's a lot. Say that one more time.
So there's 3 green herbs. No, they're kind of like stacked up in rows. There's 3 green herbs, 6 blue herbs, and a yellow herb.
3 green, 6 blue, 1 yellow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Does anybody have room to hold a security card?
I literally have 6 blocks of inventory space.
Dude, what? You need. Okay, hold on. Okay.
She kind of shakily walks over down into the room. She's kind of like, what?
Are you okay?
It's a long story. First, I'd like to ask you, what do you need? And she's kind of like slowly returning to her confident, laughy self.
Well, you don't look so good. Are you all right?
She walks over to Emil. She's like, let's just say that we could be in more danger than we think.
Yeah. Well, we were under attack. The USS operative said the beast was on his way, so I imagine things are going to get pretty hairy from here on out, but until that point, we seem to be safe.
And she's kind of like, doing her deep breathing that probably Emil or Chauncey probably taught her. And she's like, okay, yeah. Till he shows up, there's no danger. Got it.
Until then, we don't have to worry about it.
Right.
When he does,
yes.
Then we can freak out. All right, yes. I'm about to put a bunch of stuff in your bag.
She kind of turns around and like lets you unzip the bag and like start.
All right, so I'm putting the level 3 security card in Arkea's bag.
Okay.
Whenever we need to use it, it is there.
Okay. Right.
I'm going to hold on. Qatar, can you take a quick look around while I start preparing these? Do you see any chemical materials or chemical fluids around here that I could use?
Yeah, let me check.
So, well, yeah. So,
Emil taught you deep breathing for sure.
So yeah, you search the rest of these granite tables, and you do find 5 chem fluid and 5 chem material. And you also find this vial of sorts.
Oh no.
With some sort of just like dark liquid inside of it. You're not quite sure what this is. You would probably have to spend some time with it in order to identify it, but because we don't have an identify spell in the system, but
yeah.
So she's gonna take that vial and put that in her inventory.
That's yours.
Strange vial.
All right, so we got 5. You said
and five fluid and what, 7 material?
5 fluid and 5 material.
5 material. Okay.
I don't need the material. You can keep that if you need it.
I literally am full on material.
I guess I'll take it then. All right. I've got so much material. I'm gonna use all 5 of the fluids. No, I'm not gonna use all 5 of them. I'll take the 5 because I'm gonna start turning some of these greens into med injections.
Oh.
But first, we've got 1 green. No, 5. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, it's
So
3 green, 6 blue, 1 yellow.
Yeah, 3 green, 6 blue, 1 yellow.
Okay, so 1 green, 1 yellow to make a green-yellow mix.
All right.
So that takes care of that. So I have 2 greens left.
Don't take
All
well,
So,
you gotta roll for it, but just don't.
Yeah.
That one.
I'm marking off what I'm using.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna roll natural. 'Cause I don't remember what my thing is.
Yep,
That's
you're
fine.
good. So you got a green yellow mix.
Green yellow. Does anybody need this?
No. Yes, I think I actually do.
Yeah.
Because I just turned level 5.
Well, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but I don't think I've had a yellow since then.
No, you did over the 4-year break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had it over the break. Only one person in here needs that yellow mix.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, she didn't recently up.
Well, recently, yeah, 4 years ago, yeah, she leveled
4
up.
years ago.
Got it. I'm gonna drink this.
I'll go drink this.
So are you teeing it up?
Oh yeah. Quick question: Are actually before we move on? Do you guys want to take a little bit of a break?
Yes.
A little bit of a rest.
I kind of need it.
All right, so I'm gonna okay. Well, I don't know what you guys were doing over that 4-month break, but I've been doing some research. I think I got this new recipe down. It's only gonna take it's gonna take half an hour, or rather, it's gonna take an hour if you want to take a full rest. But pretty much, I can heal you guys for free every half hour.
Nice.
So he pulls out this bag and he's just like, all right. I don't know what you guys were doing over that 4-month break, but I was getting ready for this. And he starts pulling out some stuff.
Not every half hour, but given a half hour.
Yeah.
That's a
Given
different story.
hour,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Given a half hour, I can heal you guys for 4d4 plus something.
Beautiful.
No, 2d4.
Still nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna heal myself and everybody else who needs it. I can't see Katara's health. I don't think she got hit, so yeah.
No, she didn't get hit.
Because I'm gonna get myself up to full before I take this tea. Hopefully, get myself back up to full. And I just roll once for everybody, and everybody gets that heal, right?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep, 2d4 plus intelligence. That's all right. It's 10.
So everybody recovers 10 hit points.
That'll take a while for me, at least.
Yeah, Mr. Fox kind of comes in to get some heals as well.
Oh, I'll add him to the list.
Yeah, because I think you have enough to cover everyone, right?
I can cover an additional one person in the that's not in the group.
Oh, okay, so works perfectly.
So, yeah, so he's just like starting to tend to everybody's wounds.
So Emil sits down, and over the course of a half hour, he manages to treat all of you.
So do we continue to rest?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick question.
Another 12 for everybody.
Oh, so Emil's not short resting.
I'm not short resting.
Okay, so everybody else could take a short rest over this period, though.
So yeah, so everybody gets the benefits of a short rest and all of those heals.
Yeah, 22 heals.
Cool.
Yeah, that actually brings Fox up to full.
I'm pretty sure that brings everyone else up to full, because I was at half and then it almost brought me up to full. I'm gonna top myself off.
Down, so
Yeah, I'm gonna top myself off with the chem material.
Oh, so you want to be full when you use the mix?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't need a roll for that. I can automatically get to full.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're not missing that much.
All right, so yeah, just my intelligence alone would get me there. All right, yeah, now I'm gonna take the yellow herb.
All right. So,
is...
moment of truth. Roll your hit dice.
Hit dice.
D8 plus con, yeah.
Plus. Okay. Here's looking at 12. It's close enough.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, that's not
right. We just saw it happen. He just got a little. His health bar got a little chub.
All right. There we go.
All right. So. That's a good roll, though. That's not bad.
That was pretty good.
10 hit points. You're getting
Raph,
there.
I have a quick question.
So are you the human shield now?
I mean, we're still both pretty human shieldy, but
we're gonna be fighting over hit points. Who's got the best?
But I've definitely got the most in the party now.
My yellow's right around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up to you at some point.
I've got exactly 2/3 of a 100 hit points.
It's true.
Nice.
Exactly 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So,
are you close?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm close.
Yeah, you'll surpass me. And then I'm gonna turn the rest of the greens into medical injections.
all right. So go ahead and roll crafting checks for those.
Yep. Injections DC 10.
Meantime, anybody else do anything over the course of that hour?
Yes. Yes. What's on this table right here?
Just looks to be more miscellaneous laboratory equipment. And like from that, we'll say like Katara did a general pass of the room and finding those fluids and materials and whatnot.
So, like, when you say general lab equipment, what do you mean by that?
So all sorts of, you know, chemistry paraphernalia, mixers, vials, syringes, you know, microscopes, things of that nature.
All right.
Hot plates.
She's just gonna try to make like a arm sweep of the table. An arm sweep, like.
Oh, so you just like start moving stuff over.
Yeah.
All right, so just like a bunch of laboratory paraphernalia gets knocked to the floor.
And
Tara's annoyed.
She jumps on the table, takes her backpack off, puts her backpack on the table, and just takes a nap.
All right, so you settle in for as deep a rest as one can get off of a short rest. So
yes, exactly.
Were those 2 rolls for your crafting?
Yeah, both needed DC 10, which passed.
Yep. Awesome.
And it is 8, right? Intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the craft. Each craft uses either intelligence or
the
mobility.
Whatever plus proficiency, right? Because it's technically a medical kit.
Yes.
Check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like 8's a lot. I don't know if that's right.
No. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
With your high intelligence now. So over the course of that break, if Katara.
I went to college.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna have her go through and like study that.
All right, yeah, and I would say, just did the wrong thing. If you, given this short rest, I'll say also, especially given all of your environment, you know, and all the lab equipment you have around you, probably won't require a check to be able to diagnose the properties of this thing. You discover its properties if you spend the entire break focusing on it, an entire short rest. This is. Here it is. So, in the meantime, while she's mulling over that,
what can herbs stack to? Is it the same as anything else?
Herbs are a single block.
Or individual? Oh. That's a lot of blue herbs, man. I'm not gonna take all.
Yeah, but they're here. You know where to find them.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, because I did level up, do you want to know what recipes I grabbed?
You can let me know after the stream. It's fine. We don't have to go over it during game.
Yeah. Unless I use them.
Well, in that case, we'll see them when we see them. So, if nobody's doing anything else, you could also feel free to go over that document as well, if you want to share that with the others.
Yeah. So, Emil's actually gonna read it out loud. All right, hold on, Mr. Fox, where are you? There you are. Okay.
Yes,
hold on, check this out real quick. And he's got like an IV drip. Like this is during the while he's healing everybody.
Okay.
Okay, check this out. Something called the Nosferatu trials. There's an experiment log here, experiment log 57. I'm just gonna read it out verbatim. Increased public scrutiny from the raccoon trials has made the acquisition of live human test subjects difficult. This is unfortunate, as we have just received a ship. Oh my god, I cannot talk. This is unfortunate, as we have just received a shipment of T. Veronica virus to play with. Disgusting human beings. However, one of our researchers, Dr. Catherine Sims, has made the decision to go public with her knowledge of our inner workings. The USS found this out and captured her before she was able to go on record and ruin the company. And better yet, as punishment for her betrayal, they've allowed us to use her as a test subject. Although Alexander Ashford's transformation into Nosferatu was considered a failure, the potential of such a subject as a simple weapon is still immense. In recent trials, we've attempted to recreate the tests that led to Nosferatu on Catherine. The poison sacs generated in the IVs provided a good starting template, and catalyzing that mutation with a T. Veronica primer has proved fruitful. However, like Alexander before her, Catherine's constant pitiful wailing has become rather disturbing. Disgusting human beings. We've begun locking her out near the viruses in cold storage between tests, just to keep those screams out of the way. The other researchers have complained that it's creepy to walk past when going to retrieve viral samples, but it's better than keeping that thing around in the labs, if you ask me. So, from what I can tell of this, if this Catherine Sims is still... if she hasn't made a full transformation, she might be useful in... if we can get her to... on trial. Especially now that what they've done to her. But here's hoping she's not too far gone.
That certainly sounds very disturbing. So that's in cold storage, that says.
Yeah, that's the one we passed. I think that's the first door on the left.
Something like that.
What was it? Because we passed by it. I don't remember.
It would have been this one right here.
Okay.
The one up top, yeah.
Was it's that door on the right that we passed by. If we can get in there, hopefully she's cognizant.
I suppose that's up to you. So during this time, Katara has kind of snuck off.
Where did Katara
go? Yeah, as Neil was reading through that, Katara just left.
So, to answer your question, Mel, it does not stack. That's okay. Only the multiple use. Sure. Yeah, the multiple uses are just to get it back if you switch it out for its slot out for something else.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Does anybody see where Katara went? No? Okay.
Hey, RK is sleeping, so I don't want to hear it.
She went that way. I was on mute.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, you guys want to start hitting the armory before we get going, and then we can check out the cold storage.
Would definitely be wise.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for Katara.
She might want some breathing. She looked a little upset.
All right. So Emil's gonna wander until he eventually finds her.
All right.
no breathing room then.
Eventually, but in the meanwhile, Katara, what are you up to?
She is just sad.
Okay, so
she's sad. Yeah, because that. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a full round action.
Being sad is a full round action. No, but you find yourself and find your way into the noisy power generator room, and as much noise as it provides, it is the most relief you could get at the time being.
Yep, I'll find her eventually. Just going like, guitar, 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 guitar. Oh, there you are. You all right?
No. No. I'm not.
What happened?
They experimented on someone I would have considered a friend.
You knew Catherine?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Worked together. I just didn't know if she was alive or not after everything with Raccoon City. Couldn't find any information out. And then this is how I find out she's alive, but used as an experiment.
Well, we know where she is. I'm hoping she's still going to be cognizant, and if she is, we can try to reverse anything that they've done to her. We've done enough research; we should be able to. Unless, hopefully, she's not too far gone.
This is what I deserve, isn't it?
Nobody deserves this.
Look at what happened back at the cabin. I'll be out. I need some time.
I'll give you your space.
And Emil leaves the room. You hear the door behind him. You're alone in the power room again.
And she will be there for, let's say, give her like maybe 5-10 minutes.
All right. So, in the meantime, what's everyone else doing?
Hopefully going through the armory now.
Okay, so you head up to the armory. So you see Mr. Fox is just kind of waiting by the door. Actually, he does... No, yeah, he had a level 3 card that you guys gave him. So you would have swiped that and gotten it open. And it's just like...
2 level 3s?
Actually, that's a good question, because, yeah, I wrote down that you guys gave him a level 3.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember how many of those we got. Because we got
I think
them
you
from
might have
those
only
2
gotten one.
dudes.
Yeah,
Wait a
only
minute.
one of them had a level 3 clearance.
We
Okay.
had 1 level 3 clearance, and we ended up taking 3 regular securities.
Yeah,
That's where
yeah.
everything's getting mixed up. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but either way, it got changed hands over the course of this entire
So
journey, and
there's one just being passed around.
yeah, it's one that's being passed around. So we'll say he used that one and handed it back. So it's in Arkea's bag where you expect it to be now. But
Okay.
the armory seems to be open.
I'm actually, I'm gonna go in, but I'm just gonna sit down, or set my stuff down real quick, and I'm gonna make another craft.
All right. So you guys enter into the armory. It appears to have these weapon racks along the wall. They're mostly empty. You get the sense that a lot of the weapons seem to be in use, but there are quite a few arms that remain. And so, what was that craft for?
I'm making tranquilizer.
Okay, gotcha. So, I trust that succeeds. 23. Yeah. You do what remains on the weapon racks. You do see what looks to be a shotgun with its stock kind of folded over the top of it. You see a couple of Beretta M9 handguns. You see a pretty nifty looking pair of gloves, and also what looks to be a grenade launcher of sorts, as well as 2 flash grenades that are kind of laid out on one of the tables.
Nope. Can I check out all the stuff besides the pistols?
So you want to look at all the things.
Well, I don't need the flash grenades.
All See the flash grenades are gone. So
shotgun gloves.
Alright, so taking a look at this shotgun, it does look to be another semi-auto shotgun, much like the one you've been carrying, but has a little bit more gusto to it.
Does he need any more?
That's the question.
He killed a USS officer in one shot.
I always need gusto. Gusto is good.
What was all in here again? Pistols.
There was a couple of Beretta M9s. They're a nifty pair of gloves. They look very tight, but just like comfortable for maximum kind of finger dexterity when operating long-range firearms.
Do I want that?
They're sniping gloves. This is what they're called. I can tell you that outright.
I want that.
I want that.
All right, so you taking a handle of the sniping gloves?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this.
All right.
Oh, that's okay. So they are sniping gloves. Hold on. I do have a sniper variant of the Garand, right?
Yeah, you do. It's considered a sniper rifle, I believe it says on the weapons
card.
card.
Shoot. I was thinking about this like realistically.
Yeah,
this is technically
exactly.
just like a. Right. It is a rifle. It is a sniper rifle, weapons wise. So.
And as for Mokaya, I will say you can do the first part of that, but unless they spend an hour in here, probably won't be able to complete the rest before they come looking for you.
Ooh.
I would give her an hour.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Emil, after what Emil saw, he might take an hour.
Yeah. Well, Emil's gonna wait for her to. He went to her now. Now he's like, that was his attempt. Unless we were leaving, he wouldn't go after her again.
Okay.
Plus, we're still on conference call, so like.
That's true.
Oh, you know what?
Let me know.
And actually, while you guys are fishing around in this armory, Chauncey, you actually hear Cambria's voice coming through your conference call, just like, hey, come in. Been trying to reach you for a while. Reception's a little shoddy through all that concrete, I guess. How's everything going? There was a lot of gunfire.
Yeah, there was.
Felt some rumbling. So it almost felt like there was some explosions coming from underground.
Yeah, there was a few explosions, a lot of gunfire. We're all good though.
You mind filling me in on what's going on?
I look around. Does anybody know what's going on?
From what I pieced together, Umbrella was just attacked by the Felicianos. The attack has subsided, but the beast is on his way soon, and I'm just waiting for him to come here.
I'm just waiting for him to come here.
Did you get all that? Because like I was stuck in a room.
The Felicianos.
I didn't know what was going on. I came out, seen some dead flowers, and went and turned the power on and got attacked by bugs.
Wait, you telling me BOWs are in there?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Not anymore. Well, in this area. This area's clear.
Well, Pixie peeks his head out the door. The tanks are broken.
Silence.
So, sounds to me like you got your hands full down there.
Keep your eye out. Did you see any other gunfire happening above that ground floor?
You're asking Chauncey this because you don't have a headpiece.
Hey Chauncey, can you tell other Clancy?
Have you seen any fire going on the street level?
Yeah, that's what I needed to get through to you about. Yeah, there's quite a lot of gunfire going on surface side as well. From what I can tell, it all seems to be emanating out of the warehouse. A lot of gunfire. There must have been a massacre down there. And obviously can't keep that from going unnoticed, so, you know, police, SWAT, all sorts of units are starting to swarm around this building.
Alright, so Emil's gonna be like, like Emil was here, just like listening into the conversation, just so that we don't have to.
Yeah, just going ear to ear.
Yeah. I just put her on speakerphone.
Yeah.
So we're talking.
So you didn't see any? You didn't see the attacker number of attackers?
It was all happening inside the building.
Okay.
Couldn't get an eye on it, but yeah, I'm technically, as far as everybody else is concerned, the first responder here. So I've just been keeping the peace and keeping the police and SWAT out of the premise as long as I can, just to give you guys some time to get out. Mr. Fox is just sort of like seated on, leaning against one of the racks in the back. He's just like, well, if this actually seems all quite opportune, this will give us some cover. All of a sudden, anything we do here is justified. We had probable cause to go in and investigate. If we come out, no one would be the wiser.
I was about to ask if we were supposed to be here, but now we're supposed to be here.
And Cambria's just like, well, I mean, I guess that's a silver lining. That's true. I could definitely thread that.
Yeah, tell them that you have a team inside and that they're taking care of it.
That'll actually make things a lot easier. All right, yeah, that's the story.
All right. Well, if you ever hear any more gunfire or anything, keep us posted. Because I'm fairly certain we're going to be meeting somebody pretty soon.
Somebody?
Yeah. Well, the beast is on his way, and that's who I think was annihilating everybody in the warehouse.
Oh, geesh. This just keeps getting worse and worse. Well, that gunfire has died down for quite a bit now, so whatever must have been happening there might be over. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
All right.
But I'll keep you posted. So.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything else?
I'm switching out my shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the bayonet off the one and put it on this one.
Gotcha. So.
And
okay, so
Chauncey's now on SPAS 12 duty.
Oh snap! All right, so real quick, so these gloves, they have to be in my inventory.
Yep.
So they
take up a slot, yeah.
They take up a slot, but while they are there, I get a +2.
Yeah, and while you're wearing them, so you can't be wearing any other gloves, and you get dual benefits.
So, as a question, the thing that I just got, would that constitute as a chem bag thing?
Technically, it's not a crafting ingredient, but for the sake of this, I would allow it, just because that's the kind of stuff you store in your chem bag anyway.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Archaea kind of just takes her backpack off and hands it to Emil. Put anything you need in it. And she sees you pondering over the gloves.
Oh no, he's put them on.
Oh, you have the inventory space with it.
I did. I had. I got rid of the card, and now I've got the gloves in that slot.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So you have inventory space?
Me?
No. Okay.
No, I have so much inventory. I don't think you guys understand. Inventory.
I'm about to dump a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'm dumping a bunch. What are you talking about? All right, shoving all the pistols, all the shotguns in your back.
Can we assume that all this stuff going on takes an hour?
Yeah, well, probably, I mean, yeah. We'll say over the course of this, but we'll, probably hasn't been an hour so far. We'll probably give it a little bit more time before we consider it, but yeah, after a little bit, you'll be able to rejoin them, having taken a rest if you'd like. Well, technically, none of this is intense enough to interrupt a rest. What you guys have been doing so far, just walking and looking at stuff. So yeah, I would say you could still rejoin them and continue your rest if you'd like.
And continue the rest while rejoining them?
Yeah, because just a little bit of walking won't interrupt your short rest.
Okay,
as long as we're not making like dexterity saving throws or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, if I do jumping jacks, will that interrupt her?
It won't interrupt her, but it'll interrupt yours if you are trying to do a rest.
Oh, okay.
So, she's gonna like call up Chauncey, just Hey, where are you guys at?
Armory.
All right, I'll be there in a moment. Where's that at again?
Around the corner, first door.
Tell her she's gonna be real happy when she gets in here.
We got you a gift.
I got a gift.
We got a gift. Also, what's in this chest?
Storage.
Appears to be empty. Yeah, it's a storage chest. It's got 20 blocks of inventory space inside.
And this one's not like all the chests from all residents.
It's not. It doesn't have ender chest properties. We established this in the first arc.
I know. I just like to ask, just in case one actually does.
Yeah, fair point. If you keep asking,
one of them does.
Yeah, one day there might be.
Yeah.
So I heard there was a gift.
Just like we're all gonna nod towards the wall.
You see, just framed, just left on its own, immaculate on the wall, just hung up by a couple of hooks. What looks to be a pump action grenade launcher.
Don't be so excited. You look like you're wrestling.
Which I think you already have the stats for it, so yeah.
Yeah, I do.
It is the China Lake model.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool.
Okay.
So does anyone want this combat knife? Because, like, yeah.
Archaea raises her hand.
Oh, go ahead.
Throw it in her bag.
Yeah, just throw it in my bag.
All right, so I'm real quick. I'm gonna dump an herb sprayer in your bag, so you have an herb sprayer with.
Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. I gotta write this stuff down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which Emil will be taking over shortly because I will be gone. So, good luck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
So.
Because you're gonna be working.
I have three blocks left.
After the knife.
After the herb sprayer and after the knife.
Okay, for the herb sprayer, note down that there's a med fluid inside.
Med fluid.
Bird.
All right.
Okay.
What?
And no, yeah, that's all I can throw in there.
Okay.
Unless I put both herb sprayers in, but I kind of want one on me.
Yeah, I mean that would be best.
So yeah, the only things that are left over is a couple of flash grenades laying out on one of the tables. There's also quite a bit of ammo that I hadn't mentioned previously.
Oh yeah, I figured there's a bunch of ammo. Throw that all in her bag.
Well, there's a lot. So you got 10 rounds of 9mm handgun ammo, 30 rounds of SMG ammo. Oh, he just burped.
Oh, okay, I'll take it.
There's 9mm.
Yeah.
All right, so you take those 10 rounds of handgun ammo, 30 rounds of SMG ammo. There are 5 12-gauge shotgun shells, 5 7.62 rounds.
5 12-gauge?
Yep.
All right, I'm keeping this for just so Emil or Chauncey has it when he gets back.
Yep.
Okay.
And then 5 7.62.
Oh.
5 rounds of 7.62.
Okay.
3 40mm grenade rounds, in addition to the 3 that are already loaded into the grenade launcher.
That's yours.
And there are...
Okay. 3 40mm.
Because, hold on, let me look at this thing real quick.
And there are also 3 rounds of .357 Magnum ammo.
Oh, he's gonna want those.
Yeah, I just showed up. What's up?
They're just going through ammo.
All right, here's all the ammo. Is that all the rest of them?
Yeah.
Okay, here's all the ammo that's available. So that's 30 SMG, 5 12-gauge. Oh, hold on. Let me post a better one. 5. Can I put them all on their own line?
I could probably post just post what I have from my notes.
There.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So there's 30 SMG, 5 12-gauge, 5 7.62, 3 40mm grenade rounds, and 3 .57 Magnum. .357 Magnum. I really want those 7.62 rounds, but I don't have room now. No, I lied. I do have room. I just put something in your bag. Ha!
Yeah.
Right. So I'll take the Magnum. And I will take
Oh my.
the kids are driving me nuts, that's why I have to be off here shortly. But
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take the 357, I'll take the 12 gauge, and I'll take 10 of the SMG.
Yeah. And I take the 7.62.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
3. Let me just put it.
So you guys leave the rest of the ammo there.
All right. So Emil is going to pull out his hypo gun and just like flick it over to Trank.
All right.
Let me borrow the card really quick. I'm just gonna take a look in deep freeze.
Archaea just hands him the card.
Yeah, so I don't have enough room technically, but I can beep and then
Yeah, and then run it back. Yeah.
She'll come with you and stand outside the door, and then you can just hand it
there you
off.
go.
Yeah, perfectly fine. Yeah, so either way, so he's got a Trank loaded within his hypo gun, and he's gonna go into or frozen storage.
Gotcha. And Katara, I would say by this time your rest is just about completing.
Yes.
So you take a peek into cold storage, and you see about that much of it. It looks to be this. Oh, it's almost like you feel immediately upon opening the door this gust of cold come at you. It almost feels like a walk-in freezer, and the chamber is immense with metal walls, white with frost, and there are a number of hooks at the end of chains descending from the tall ceiling. And they're sort of swiveling back and forth, seemingly of their own momentum. And around you are several glass cylinders containing what look to be various petri dishes in stasis. And against the far wall, there looks to be a wall kind of dividing, sort of space of the rest of the room. You can't much see past that, but you do see that there looks to be some more stuff over there. And immediately upon entering the room, you just hear...
Okay.
All right. All right, Katara.
There's that. She's just.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to come in here yet, but I have eyes on some petri dishes. I'm gonna go further in.
Mr. Fox kind of calls back. He's like, before we go too much further, anybody mind opening this door? I might be able to get a bit more of a lay of the land if I get into the security room.
Archaea kind of peeks out and hands him the card, because I'm assuming Emil handed it back to her by now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So beep. All right. Thanks. Hands it back and then goes in.
Okay.
Okay.
What's
Chauncey.
in here?
So, looking into that room, it looks to be a security room with a couple of chairs and kind of desk with a row of monitors on it. They look to be displaying surveillance from cameras around the facility, and others are displaying text and email chains from the security staff, things like that.
Oh, okay, because like, okay, because like after the rest is pretty much done, what I was gonna have her do is come in here and see if there's any see if there's any cameras that kind of focus in where maybe Catherine might be.
Okay, there is a surveillance camera on the cold storage room, but it looks to kind of be up in this corner, so it's still a little blocked for that blind corner.
You can get a front row seat of whatever happens, though.
And then
you also,
is there any,
I mean, there's quite a lot here, and Mr. Fox kind of starts flipping through some of the cameras, trying to get a lay of the land. You do also see, as he passes the surveillance on the warehouse, and he kind of takes a moment to linger on it, knowing from Cambria that that's where the action was happening. You do see the bodies of guards, almost like the ones you encountered back at on the first floor. Those just night shift guards that just look to be littering the halls and pools of blood. And then in one room on the second floor, there are 3 USS agents surrounding a chair in which a man is seated. His arms seem to be tied behind his back, and he is stripped down to his undergarments, revealing just this deep brown skin and toned muscular physique. And on a nearby bench lies a neatly sorted row of cutting instruments and power tools. And 2 of the USS agents are just standing guard, but one of them is pacing around the man at the center. It looks to be some sort of interrogation, and Mr. Fox kind of calls out to the rest of you. He's like, I think you guys might want to get a look at this.
RK is like just barging in. What's up?
So yeah, she'd probably go through, wouldn't walk out the door and be like, hey guys. She'd probably just call up Chauncey like, USS interrogation going on cameras. She'd probably come see this.
All right, Emil, we need to go look at this.
Backing out slowly.
Backing out slowly.
Don't forget to shut the door.
Doors.
Yeah, so you see the surveillance that everyone else is looking at, and Mr. Fox just kind of looks over as RK. He's like, you might not want to be in the room for this. I'm gonna turn the sound on.
She looks at him and she's like, trust me, I need to be.
You don't want to be here, or you don't want to hear this. After seeing like what's going on, it's like, you don't want to hear this, but
Emil?
nothing's gonna stop you.
Emil, you know.
That's what I said. I know. I'm saying, I know you need to be here, but you don't want to hear this.
Emil, you got one of those little Trek darts.
No.
Now you're looking like, do I?
I did make 2.
Well, nonetheless, Mr. Fox just nods, just suit yourself, and turns on the sound.
This is for Calvin. And this is for Grimson.
How many times do I have to tell you, idiots? Grimson wasn't me. I wish it was, though. I would have loved to be the one to put that psychopath down.
You can keep playing tough, or you can tell us what you want to know. Where is Yuko?
You can't kill me, can you? After everything I've done, Umbrella's just too thorough to finish me off.
You'll get yours soon enough, comrade. It is only a matter of time before we are done here.
Don't be so sure. I've survived worse.
You haven't survived me. Where is Yuko?
Well, you gonna get on with it, or we're just gonna sit here and talk, huh?
Have it your way, beast.
Come on!
And it just goes on like that. The USS agent just goes to town with what looks to be a box cutter.
Yo, what a badass. You're gonna get on with it, or you're just gonna talk.
All right, Chauncey.
Okay.
Call your sister.
First of all,
She's still on the phone. Speakerphone.
She's on speaker.
Okay, I
thought
he was gonna say something.
Oh.
You're the speaker. Are we watching, like, does it end or does it just keep going? Like,
That looks to go on like this for a while. He's cutting him up, and he'll pause, pace around, looks to be asking a few more questions, and same response.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? What's going on?
Something came up. we need to get a team down to the basement level. There's potentially somebody who has dirt on Umbrella. They are infected, and I don't know to the extent. But we need to go and do something right now. But if we need to get another team down here at some point and grab this person. We can get more details later.
I would rather go see her myself.
Mr. Fox kind of looks around and is like, until we clear out the water damage in here, I don't know if you guys are going anywhere. So, but it's up to you. What are you going to do?
Currently, I think we have more pressing matters. We need to get to the second floor. But
well, we need to still look for places. And No, go ahead, Emil.
No, I feel... really quick, when I was in that room, I saw that. Do I know what that was?
Excuse me?
Did I see something in the water?
Excuse me?
There was a little bit of movement in the water. As you you hear the water just rippling around outside.
Oh, okay.
That was great.
Emil didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't either. I'm in this other room looking around.
Did I see what that was?
It looked to have been just some sort of cold storage unit. You couldn't much tell from the distance what it was, or what was inside.
All right, Gatara.
So just to make sure, real quick before heading out, were there any like emails that were important that were on there?
There did seem to be one prominent email that stuck out on one of the monitors.
Okay.
It looked to have been from one of the security staff, and let me get that to you in just a sec. Here we are. But this one's a bit of a deep dive. But at this point, as you guys are at this converging crossroads, that's probably going to be where we end tonight's session. So, unless you wanna get around to reading through that right now, just before we end, or you can pick up with that at the start of the next session.
Yeah.
Your choice.
I mean, you could go through and read it.
All right, you want to do that right now?
Yeah. So, at your request, I've looked into the current state of the bioweapons black market. The report details my findings following 4 weeks of investigation. The major players are many. In addition to our own corporation, I found evidence of the following institutions having direct involvement with bioweapons research or acquisition. The secretive group known as the Organization, the pharmaceutical branch of Tricell, a crime syndicate known as the Connections, and most recently the Feliciano crime family. As per previous reports, the crime syndicate known as the Sacred Snakes were known consumers prior to their dissolution last year. Furthermore, I have reason to believe that there are more groups at play than those listed above. These are only the most certain. In regards to corporate security, there are only 2 that we need to worry about. The Organization is by far the greatest threat, as they've made direct moves against us in the past. Their paramilitary force, HCF, hit Rockford Island 5 years ago, and their agents have since been cited conducting espionage on our facilities. Little is known about them beyond the fact that they were all well-trained, well-funded, and have at least one enhanced individual among them, see report Wesker. I would like to advise caution with the Feliciano family. They may lack the paramilitary might of the Organization, but they are just as resourceful and politically well-connected. They have also known to have purchased the T. Veronica virus from the Organization, suggesting a possible alliance. Furthermore, it is believed that our rogue researchers, Elliot Walpole and Raphael Simmons, have entered their employment to evade our capture, though I could not confirm this. However, it's possible there is some dissent among their ranks. Rumors are circulating around the dark web about a splinter group calling itself the Manifold, which is conspiring to split from the Felicianos and sell their bioweapons products independently. Should these rumors prove true, we can consider using this to our advantage. My conclusive security assessment is this. Though our competitors in the bioweapons field are many, the only ones that require security resources are the Organization and the Feliciano crime family. Felicianos have yet to make a move on us, but as the raccoon trials intensify, we are appearing more and more vulnerable. Should this trend continue and their confidence increase, it's possible they may attempt to heist our viral resources. This is especially possible if Walker and Simmons are among them, as they have extensive knowledge of our security protocols, as proven by Walker's orchestration of the Arklay Cavern outbreak. In either case, proceed with caution. Scott M.
Lovely.
And that is the document you guys find there. So,
am I allowed to, before we close out, you don't even have to answer, but can I roll my situational awareness in this room?
if you were to roll your situational awareness in this room, you would get a lot of red flags. So
That's what I mean. Like, I'm just looking for enemies, but you can answer it at the very beginning of next.
All right, yeah, we'll say we can actually roll for it.
You're gonna roll now?
Next time. We'll actually roll for it next time. So bear that in mind. But yeah, that is where we are going to end it. With that big.
I need to write down so many notes.
You have so many notes to write.
I need to get so many notes.
That's why the VODs are so good.
Yeah, the VODs are great for that. We don't have to take nearly as many notes as we would otherwise.
Well, like for what I'm going to do coming up soon.
True. Yeah. So
this might get risky, but I know what I'm having Katara do next.
Yeah.
So
probably a flight risk as well.
So we're going to end a bit early tonight, but because a couple of you had to go off, we just went through with no break this time. But I think that worked out pretty well, just in time, in fact. So thank you all very much. Anybody who may have been watching, I saw Lo in the chat, and anybody else who might have been lurking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so later on, I don't think it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to interrupt this next episode, but coming up, Lisa is going to have a little bit of a change of schedule, in which she will not be able to join us for the first half of pretty much all the episodes for a good series of weeks. So that is something that's going to be coming up. So bear that in mind, and during that time, Lauren will be helping to co-run her character.
Yeah.
So.
It does not affect next week.
Okay, so next week we're good.
The whole time.
Yeah, and then I think it starts the week after that for a period of about five Fridays. So
6 Fridays. Yeah.
Oh, is it 6 Fridays? Because the dates you gave me were 6 weeks, but 5 Fridays.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta actually look at the schedule, but it's Yeah.
In either case, it'll be a solid handful of weeks. So that'll be a change that's coming up. But we'll thankfully have made plans to be able to work around that, and hopefully everything works out. But in either case, next week's gonna be everyone will be able to be here for a full-on episode, hopefully. So yeah, as usual,
it's gonna be an episode.
As usual, VOD's going up on Monday, and also Minecraft Monday that evening afterwards. So and also Lauren and I completed Chris's campaign in Resident Evil 6 this past week. That was actually a ton of fun. I quite enjoyed that.
Sadly, I couldn't be there for that. It was really fun.
That sniper school training was off the charts. I need to see Emil pulling some of that these days.
No. He hurt himself. He'll hurt himself.
That run and dash. Hack and slash was pretty good too.
But yeah, I'll probably just be capping Resident Evil 6 off with Ada's campaign this upcoming week. Yeah. And then Madhouse 7. So until then, we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Squared. Have a good night. God bless.
Good night, sweet dreams, all of the good things.
Goodbye.